This video is brought to you by GameMaker. And if you've ever wanted to get into game development, GameMaker does this really crazy thing where it's free. Just start making and only pay when you want to release your game to the world commercially.
It's fast, it's user-friendly, and there's easy-to-follow tutorials, plus a dedicated community to help answer even my questions. How make man jump? GameMaker is a 2D game engine that's helped bring some of yours and my favorite recent experiences to life, like UFO 50, Chicory, Anton Blast, and of course, Yahtzee's own Starstruck Vagabond.
Ooh, we talking about GameMaker? I love that program, it's so easy to use. As well as Starstruck Vagabond, I also used it to make all 12 projects in my 12 games in 12 months Dev Diary challenge. And I couldn't believe how much sex I got out of that. None. I got none at all. Which I couldn't believe.
So what are you waiting for? Head on over to the GameMaker link in the description and start cracking away today, because we want to play your game.
Yeah, looking through this list, I'm seeing one of you made Armpit Fart Tycoon, and I've got several questions for you.
Talk about
pretty big,
commitment.
yeah. Hello,
everyone. Welcome to DevHeads, the podcast focused on the ins, outs, and goings on of game development, with post experience ranging from indie double to AAA. I'm Jay.
you look so genuine right now, Jay. I'm sorry to interrupt your
I'm a gamer.
intro, but you're a gamer. You're a giving gamer, as
I'm
they
glad
say.
that the Switch 2 has like a fucking show off handle.
Oh, look
That's
at
what
that.
This is, right?
That's a carry handle.
I know, right?
Ooh.
Well, it's a prop, but it allows me to hold it so it looks like my thumb's mega strong. So.
Oh, look at that guy and his strong. This guy's serious. This guy's
I
got a
know.
great thumb.
Yeah, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host Tina and Mikey, as always.
Hello,
Let me put this
I'm
on.
Mikey. I'm the AA guy,
I'm the AAA
And I'm-
gal.
and I'm trolling Jay. I'm keeping Jay on his
Wow.
feet, I guess. Sorry. Please continue, Jay.
I'm
What are
sat
we
down,
talking
dude. I'm
about
cross-legged.
Can you tell us about your
What's-
trainer? I want to know about your trainer.
My trainer. I'm not wearing trainers right now. I'm just wearing.
No, your
socks.
Pokemon trainer.
Oh, we'll get to that. First of all, I want to ask how you guys are.
Oh,
How are
I'm
you
pretty
guys?
good. I'm pretty good. I've been fiending over Battlefield 6. I feel like I'm in, not every game gives you the feeling. Here's the feeling I would describe about me in Battlefield 6 and how it's a rare one in gaming. Maybe other people could speak to it. That feeling when you're going about your day, doing other stuff, and you think, fuck, I just want to be back at home. I want to be back at my computer. I want to be playing that game. That's something Battlefield 6 is giving me. And there's a lot of games that are great and that I like playing, but not everything gives me that feeling of like, I want to stop what I'm doing. I want to be playing this instead.
100%. I'm the same. I'm split now between that, and we will get to this. I'm split between that now for Batty 6 and the new Pokemon, which we're gonna talk about both of those things today. But I kind of want to start with Battlefield, because 2 out of the 3 of us have played it.
Okay, I downloaded
Well-
it. It's like 72, was it gigs? 73. And then you have to, wait for a server to open up so you can download single player and multiplayer and all that. So even though I downloaded it, I still need to download more. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have to download more. You have to do like shader shit as per usual when you boot it up. And then after that, it should be fine. I'm trying to remember. I think the real lesson here, guys, is don't reproduce, don't have kids. It'll cut into your gaming time. It's a real problem.
Don't have babies.
Don't have babies.
have
Adopt
babies.
adults.
Don't buy
And then
me.
take care of those adults. Be a good parent.
Yeah.
But just skip the baby period is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, God.
Play video games.
It's a
That's it.
huge commitment,
We did play in the beta though, and honestly,
Yes,
like
it is.
things aren't. It's one of the biggest commitments a human being can ever take, Tina, or has ever taken. But
Yeah.
yes, I think that's. But you played the beta, so you're familiar. Like honestly, I wouldn't say it's
Very
radically
similar.
different from what we played. Yeah, it's pretty similar, which is a good thing
Just more of
because
it.
they refined it to that. Yeah. But I've been
It's
super into
popular.
it.
Yeah, like as many people are, right? We got some stats here. It sold 6.5 million copies.
I think we're at 7 million now, even. If
Oh
I'm
my
remembering
God.
right. Yeah, and
That's
that's new.
ridiculous.
That's like very recent. that it hit 7 mil.
That's hot off the
And I
presses.
think the concurrent count, Jay, if I remember right, was 750,000 peak, right?
Well, from Steam DB, which I checked this morning, the peak was 521, but that obviously doesn't include anything from EA, the EA app, or anything to do with consoles and stuff like that. But like even 500,000 on Steam alone is nutty. Like
It is, yeah.
absolutely insane numbers.
It's
And
wild shit.
honestly, we have criticisms, which we'll get into, but I was playing with a friend the other day, and I was running down onto a point. I just like popped someone's head off with my sniper rifle, and a
Fucking-
helicopter was spiraling out of the sky, and I saw it like destroy like a squad of people as it landed. And I said out loud, "This is Battlefield. Like this feels like Battlefield." And
Into the
I
camera,
haven't
you
felt
said that?
Yeah, I looked into the camera, which wasn't on, and I said, "This is Battlefield." And then I took my EA money and I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, you
just
kinda shoved it in there.
Ka-ching. No, I like. It was a meme that they did in the advertisements of like only in Battlefield, like these moments that they're all like driven through like Ludo narrative and like the story made through play in these memorable moments because of all of their systems and vehicles and character interactions. It's super unique, and I hadn't felt that feeling since Battlefield 1. Like I never had any of those moments in 2042. I barely played 5, and in 6 they are happening all the time. Like I really feel like it just feels like Battlefield again, and not just in a nostalgic sense. I think it plays really well. I think it runs really well. I'm really impressed with how smooth it runs. Like I'm playing, my computer's decent, right? But I'm playing in like 32:9 ultra wide 4K, and it's butter, like absolute butter. And I'm
How
impressed.
nice.
you
A
know?
AAA release that doesn't feel super buggy or unoptimized on release in
Yeah.
the year 2025. That's great, right? Like we got to point it out when it happens, because
Yeah.
it's so often that we get frustrated and point it out when it doesn't. And it's all too common that we point it out, or that it's happening, right?
Yeah. Well, it's very popular to shit on AAA nowadays, like to just be a champion of indie.
Nowadays.
Okay,
We're
all
Tina
days.
over here, the Call of Duty
Wow, that-
dev, the God of War
The
dev.
the trauma just spilled out. of Tina there.
Career is just based on everyone just shitting on you from day one.
Yeah.
But-
Well,
but
yeah.
But the numbers don't lie, right? Tina? People do buy it. No, Tina, don't cry.
Yeah, absolutely. They buy it. They do you remember when there was that Steam ban? Like there was a group started that said don't buy Modern Warfare 2, like OG Modern Warfare 2.
I know what you're about. Yeah.
Yeah, and then someone took a screenshot at the office, and it was just like all these people in that group playing Modern Warfare 2 when it launched.
I think it even said more directly, boycott Modern Warfare 2, the Steam group. And it was just
Yeah.
everybody in
Everyone
a
was
grid of
playing it.
avatars and names playing
And
Modern
they were all
Warfare
playing
2.
it. That is amazing. Yeah. But I think it's important to like when a game does what it's so sad that we live in a world where we're praising developers for delivering what they said they would. Right? But I think nowadays, especially in AAA, we should, because they fucking delivered, right? Like this is Battlefield. The single player, like I have some qualms with the narrative of the single player. I haven't played much of it, but the actual like gunplay and how this game feels, and especially the multiplayer, is nuts. I wish there were more maps, but that will come with. I think in a couple weeks they're releasing season 1 of whatever's coming, right? So I'm assuming new map, like at least a new map will be dropping.
Yeah. There's a new map. There's a new like 300 blackout inspired caliber round, which is like an integrally suppressed weapon. And I think there's also like a sort of like a light sniper, kind of like the Scout in Counter-Strike, and a vehicle, an APC with like I think there's a driver seat and then a top gunner and then 2 side gunners, which I like the idea of a lot, because one of the things that I was playing a lot of 2042 leading up to this, and one of the things I really liked about 2042 is the vehicle design, because they went near futuristic. they were able to be more creative, I think, with some of the vehicles. And you had tanks and other vehicles where like everybody sits in there and everybody has a gun. And that's a fun style of play that I think is missing from 6 right now.
Yeah.
It's not like necessarily, I'm not saying that I don't appreciate like the tank play or the LAV play where you have your engineers in the back and they hop out and they repair, they get back in, or they climb on top and they shoot and repair from the top, which looks hilarious, but it's an interesting strategy. But I like the idea that they're going to try to have both. They have vehicles that are more transporty, and then you have vehicles where everybody gets a gun. So it's a cool expansion of the gameplay, vehicle play, which is probably like some of the best Battlefield that you can get. I think best Battlefield moments are when you do vehicle play and the pacing slows down a bit. There's more teamwork.
Yeah, 100%. That's what sets it apart. I want to get you guys' opinions on like the ease of play and maybe the time to kill in Battlefield 6. One of the things that I do, so when I'm not in a squad with like friends and stuff, well, to be honest, even when I'm in a squad, I play as recon, like I'm a sniper through and through, and I still play the objective, and I still get in there, but I love sniping. And I was of one opinion that I thought the sniping felt really, really good in the game, but now I think it's way too easy. Mainly because the bullet drop exists, right? You have to account for it, and obviously like the velocity of the bullet, so you have to lead your shots if the character's moving. It's all well and good. But they've added a rangefinder, which is common to figure out the range at which your enemy is. But they've allowed it to be like, if you hold the rangefinder button down, wherever you're aiming, it will automatically calculate how far away it is and range to that distance.
Oh. Instead of
worse.
you adjusting your aim?
It gets worse. They've also made it so that you can keybind it so that when you fire the gun, it range finds instantly before you fire it. So what if you keybind this, your snipers have 0 bullet drop. Like you can be like 500 meters away, pow, dead, headshot.
Dude.
With a single button press. You don't even have to scope, like you don't have to range it in. They are going to patch that real soon, but it's crazy. I don't use it.
I haven't like fucked with the recon yet because of the unlock issue, but which we'll get into. So I didn't know that existed. So you're saying you aim at a guy and you press a button, the button immediately quickly range finds, adjusts your aim, and then fires the bullet. And it's as if there were no range drop thing.
That's if you set up the keybind. I don't. I have like it's set to T. So let's say someone's on a rock 500 meters away. I will aim at the rock and hold T, and it will range to exactly how far away that rock is. Then I know that if I aim on the person's head, the bullet is going to hit them because the scope has been ranged to it. But you can keybind that to left click so that you don't even have to wait and range. You just aim at them and press the button, and there's no bullet drop. I haven't set that up because I think it's just one, it feels cheesy, and two, if you start using that now, I promise you they're going to patch it because I do not think that's intended. And your muscle
seems like
memory
a huge
of how to
oversight,
play,
though, especially on PC.
Yeah. But it's a key binding at the same time, no? So it must be intentional.
Yeah, it's like, there's a key binding for set range while zoomed. And I think the intention is that you while zoomed, you hold a button and it will range to it. But the oversight is that you can keybind it to left mouse click, which is also
I see what you're saying. I thought you meant
the same as firing. So,
just to throw this out there, when devs are working on accessibility features, this kind of thing can arise because you have to think of all use cases and how people may exploit the accessibility parts to make the gameplay much easier. And sometimes accessibility is intentionally trying to make it easier for you to play, just because, you don't know what sort of issues the players may have. But this one seems a bit intense in the sense that console players are going to get wrecked. I mean, they already are going to get wrecked from
for sniping, they already get absolutely
God.
But I'm sure it'll get patched. But like that doesn't go into like some of the. I think the time to kill is a little bit. Am I saying this in the reverse? People die too quickly. I feel like sometimes I'll round a corner and just like get absolutely obliterated before I can even see what's happening.
I kind of get the vibe that the devs were trying to sort of go after the COD audience, right, with their smaller maps and maybe even the time to kill.
Yeah,
because
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, and it worked because you can watch your team like go towards a point and tell if they're a COD player. Like you can just smell it on them because it's how they round corners. Yeah. You can smell it. It's like people will start sliding around corners. They'll be using nothing but SMGs, right? They'll be sprinting everywhere. Like you can see it. But then there's Battlefield players who are like, and also let's say you have 5 points. There's 2 on either side and 1 middle point. All the COD players will take these 2 and then just like meat grinder into the middle. They'll just do nothing but go for that point. But all
instead
the
of going
players
around
who are in squads will go around and take start backcapping.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so like you can see it, but that's coming from someone who's like been playing Battlefield for a very long time.
Yeah,
and I can see that difference in playstyle.
Yeah.
Miss Harvey says, tells us what duty smells like, Jay.
It smells like doo-doo.
I think I see what you're saying. I feel like it's maybe like a little overstated how apparent the COD skill background players are, because I feel like Battlefield has always had players that were not aggressive enough or too aggressive and sprinting around. Ever since the kind of shift to my friend used this term, I'm going to use it again, new Battlefield, as in like NU Battlefield, like new metal, right? Where there was a kind of shift from the Battlefield 2 style that was like a little more slow paced, a little more like the gunplay was actually worse, which meant like positioning mattered way more. The time to kill was actually like surprisingly high. Ever since that shift into the Bad Company and BF3 and BF4 style, the game's already sped up a decent amount. So I think that and maybe this is coming from me, and I'm like, I play Arma, right? I play like slower games too. Maybe to me it still feels pretty damn fast, but it's I mean, to return to what you were saying, I don't feel like it's so much a Call of Duty thing. That's just kind of how Battlefield is now. Is the game is medium fast paced or something.
Yeah, 100%. It is definitely a weird balance between arcade and I don't want to use the term milsim because I don't think it's anything near that, but
sure, yeah, it's on the spectrum. I always say this when I'm describing the game I worked on, right? Surgery Sandstorm. That if that game was in the middle, if Sandstorm was in the middle, which we felt like it was, and Tarkov and Arma and Squad are over here, and then like fucking Call of Duty and I don't know, the Overwatch, was pretty arcadey and competitive. Battlefield's like a little bit here. It's a little less. It's not as fast as COD, but it's pretty damn fast.
Yeah, for sure.
What I think is interesting, especially with the range finding thing, is when you get into those situations from a design perspective, you end up having to make a lot of difficult decisions because you're trying to strike the balance. Case in point, like in 2042, I think, if I'm remembering right, I was only playing it a few weeks ago, you draw grenades and then you throw them manually instead of having a quick grenade button, which feels like it's working in opposition to the overall pace of the game, where everybody moves super, super fast, right? And everybody has funny bullets that travel too slowly. It's this weird synthesis of like arcadey and like and I don't know, like milsimness, for lack of a better phrase. I think that's from different designers pulling against each other. Is my
I agree for it. I completely agree. I think like the range finding thing. This comes from a designer and also someone who has religiously sniped in Battlefield games for the last like 15 years.
You play the objective too, right?
Oh yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a screenshot.
You can't do both.
No, you can. You can.
No,
I've got a
you
screenshot.
can't.
Let me go find it. Let me go find it.
Go get your screenshot.
Give me 1 second.
Eric. Forgive me, but I must hold all snipers accountable.
I wanted to share one fun bug when you guys are
yeah.
done that
Did you send it to Eric?
Eric, I'm going to send you this image. I sent it to my mates because we were discussing this. So this is me sniping.
This is just you on the scoreboard, Jay.
Yeah. Because like a lot of the times you're saying, snipers can't PTFO, and
I see what
they
you're saying.
can.
Okay.
Right. If you've just got to alter how you play. A lot of the misconception about snipers is that they should be like prone in a hill somewhere. And it's not. It's about finding the correct angle to support, like mainly focusing on defense and.
Are you
defending
like
points.
doing like no scope 360, whatever the fuck, like in this game?
Cheater.
Like, what
I
is
do.
going
I do. Okay. Well, you
running
can have it
around
still
with a
over it,
giant
basically
50 cal
But it's
down a hallway, and you're like, bah. You
well,
are
I just really like sniping, and like it's a different play style to like going on the point and then being like, I understand where people would hide on this point. You pop out, take someone out, and then like just start taking angles. Like one of the things I've been playing a lot of Breakthrough, which I've come around. I used to hate that game mode. I really like it now. And I've learned because there's only a rotation of so many maps. I know that okay, well if I'm attacking, if I go stand here, all of the Call of Duty players will funnel through this one place, and I will just rack up like 100 kills because they just never pay attention. And you're doing a lot of work, right? Because you're like stalling them out. But you know,
No,
there are
right.
games where it's bad. But yeah,
you're
to the
more
point.
of a designated marksman than a sniper. You're in there.
Yeah,
you
like
just play it
sometimes I use
offensively. I
DMRs.
hear you, yeah.
And we'll get into the whole DMR thing because one of the things I want to talk about, the last things I want to talk about with Batty is like the weapon unlocks. But to finish off the sniping thing, like let's say I'm playing Breakthrough, and there's a point A. In one of the maps, there's like a skyscraper, and on point A, a lot of the enemy snipers will go up onto the skyscraper, and it's like 300 meters away from the point. It's like really far away, and it makes me feel like a sniper when I see them up there. I look up, I hold the button to range find to their position, and then line it up and pop them without them seeing me. That like the fantasy of being a sniper like is fulfilled with that, and that means I don't have to look at it and go, guess how far away it is, or like get out a different device and be like, okay, that's 400, that's 300 meters, and then like manually go tap, 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 300. It's one button hold. You're really compartmentalizing that entire situation into one button hold, and I think that's really powerful and really fun. And it still takes time, but the whole doing it on a left click is way too overpowered and needs to be removed.
Yeah.
But on button
I mean,
hold, it feels really good.
Look, grab your friends, grab a chopper, jump in with a sniper, left click the shit out of this thing.
Well, there's another
shit.
bug. Snipers have drones that they can use to scout, and if you get a sledgehammer and you stand on top of it and slam down on the sledgehammer, the drone breaks and like propels you up into the air, so you can get in the clouds and start no bullet drop sniping people from the clouds. It's definitely a bug, and it's going to get patched, I'm sure, in the next hotfix. But it's really funny. The game is not without its faults, and I think one of the ones that both me and Mikey agree on, and I'd love to get Tina's take on it, is the progression system and the weapon unlocks. So, for an example, there are only 3 snipers in the game, sniper rifles, which for one I think is rather low for a release. But the problem is that you get the first one by default. The second one is unlocked via leveling. I think it's like level 25 or whatever. The last one, however, you cannot get unless you complete an assignment. It's like a special challenge.
I want to pull it up, Jay.
Do.
I want to pull it up.
Yeah.
Eric, get ready. I'm pulling up Battlefield 6, and we're going to look at this directly. When you're talking challenges, it helps to actually see the meters and the weapons and
100%.
shit.
And for all the listeners, we're going to pull it up, and I'll do my best to describe what we're looking at. So some of the challenges are like get a certain amount of headshots with a weapon, do X, Y, and Z, like spot a certain amount of people as recon. But the problem is the final sniper rifle unlock, to begin its quest line, has nothing to do with sniping. To unlock it, you have to get 100 headshots with DMRs, designated marksman rifles, which is tangential to sniping, but it's not the same, and get a certain amount of damage with DMRs to unlock the ability to pursue the sniper rifle. And this is the same for skins as well. To unlock specific skins and cosmetics for weapons, you have to use completely different weapon categories and level them up, which takes a long time to unlock skins. So some of the skins on my sniper that I use religiously, I will never get because I need to use assault weapons to unlock it. And part of me is like, oh, isn't it cool how it's trying to incentivize variety? But also, the game's about classes. When I play Recon, I'm playing Recon, right? And if I just want to do that, allow me to do that. Don't
Case in point.
make me do everything else. Yeah.
Case in point here, there's a style of playing recon. There's 2 training paths for the recon class, right? There's the one that's
Yes.
a little more sniper oriented, and there's the one that's a little more like close quarters.
Stealth.
I want to run around with the carbine and be stealthy oriented. To get the unlock for the Spec Ops training path, which is the stealthy run around with the carbine or whatever, you have to get it's 50 headshots over 150 meters as a recon, which has to be with a sniper rifle, right? So in order to train to do the close quarters recon guide, the challenge you have to complete is ironically the thing you won't be doing when you play Spec Ops, which is more stealth oriented. That's like joining the military and you enlist and they're like, all right, welcome to underwater demolition school. The first thing we're going to have you do is drive around in a buggy in the desert. And you go, what? Well, I'm here to learn how to swim and use a rebreather and plant explosives underwater. Like, no. You got to learn how to drive a car over the dunes. That's very frustrating because, go ahead, yeah.
Extremely, right? Can you go on weapons, the weapon tab, and scroll to the bottom?
Yeah.
So the Deadeye one. So the sniper rifle is the one on the that one. That's the sniper that I want to unlock, which I don't have. But the first thing you need to unlock, which you have done, I think, which is the first one of that category. If you click on the weapon to the left there, perform headshots with DMRs and do damage over 75 meters with DMRs to be able to unlock the ability to grind to
earn the right. And by the way, a lot of the stuff that you see here, like I ran into this problem when I was trying to get my assault up. So here, this is the deploy beacon, which you can put into the level, and then people in your squad can spawn on it. It's super helpful. It's pretty class defining, I feel like, for the assault. Although they have other things that are class defining. This is important. This is
which
not
they stole
unlocked
from
at
Recon.
first. Which they stole from Recon. I actually like it. I think that it was the right move because assaults are getting in there and it incentivizes aggressive play versus sneaky play. But I get both arguments. So I think it's cool and I think it's interesting. But I haven't had a chance to experience it too much yet. I only just unlocked it because I did a little bit of bot grinding because I was frustrated because you have to first get to level 20 to earn the right to then earn the right to do this. So I couldn't just earn score as assault from the moment I opened up the game. I had to level up to level 20, then unlock the ability to then earn the score and then get the kills using the adrenaline injector until I finally got this fucking thing unlocked. And that's pretty frustrating to gate it a couple times. And I mean, I don't get how this happens. I feel like they just felt the pressure to make sure that they had, player retention features like this. But it's egregious to make the numbers so high, to have multiple gates, and to make it, as we were just saying a minute ago, like against the actual actions that you're taking. If I'm a close combats recon person and I want to unlock a close combat recon person thing, don't make me snipe over 150 meters, right?
Yeah, I don't mind it. Like if the last sniper rifle was like master recon, get 1,000 headshots over 400 meters and it's going to take you 6 months, fine, because I'm doing it. I'll slowly do it.
Exactly.
And it's a prestigious thing. But when it's like, use a completely different weapon category, go against what we're currently trying to make you do with the class, I'm like, I don't want to do that, but I feel like I have to, especially if that sniper rifle is objectively the best one, which it might be if it's on like one of the 3. And
what if it's not?
Unlock.
What if it's just ass?
Well, the first sniper you get is great at long range, and the second one's good at between, I think, 50 and 100 meters.
Yeah.
And the first one's good between 100 and 100 plus. So I'm assuming the third one, I'd hope it was great, but it might not be. But, well, there is that thing. In the DMRs, the one you get from leveling up to 33, the Designated Marksman Rifle, is a two shot body shot kill. If you hit someone twice with it, they're dead. Any range. Like, it's nuts. It's a really good DMR. But the DMR you unlock for doing the challenges is a 3-shot body shot. So it's worse.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Case in point. Sorry to interrupt you, Jay. You just reminded me of something.
Yeah.
So in the assault class, I'm using the AK-205. It's super good. M4 and AK-205 seem to be the meta right now. M4 for close, 205 for long. But if you look at the M4 here, you're all seeing my unlocks and my strats and shit. See this Warfighter here? It was just, now, because of the attachments I have on, it was whatever. But when I first unlocked the Warfighter what do they call it, package, it was just worse than everything I had on my M4 already. But that wasn't really, I don't think that was a consequence of the attachments that I unlocked either. It was just like I was only really playing Assault for the most part, and I unlocked it. It just wasn't useful to me. So I just never moved to it.
I will say I also think that the game in its very early days was ever so slightly pay to win. Because
BF6 was, or how do you mean?
BF6, because if you go to sniper rifles and go on the first sniper for me.
Yeah.
And then go to customize. So if you inside that in the one before where it lets you select the different versions.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have one there called Deadeye?
Deadeye, no. Warfighter, Unstoppable Force, Lethal Force. There's Unstoppable Force, then there's Lethal Force.
Okay, so if you buy, which I did, I'm not ashamed of it. I've done this since Batty 3. I always buy the Phantom Edition because it comes with like bonus stuff. You get bonus XP. You get you get bonus XP from it. You get XP bonuses. Cool. That you can apply to your account. 2, it for the sniper rifle and one of the assault weapons, it gives you a different version of the gun.
Is it this one? Because this looks
it's that one.
like it's called Drop Shadow.
That's the one. It's the Drop Shadow one. Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, I have it too. Yeah.
That one comes with by default, no leveling required, a better sight. It has better it's just a better sight in general. It's got better visibility, and also comes with a silencer by default, which it's fully it's got full unlocks across the board. It comes with a bipod, it comes with everything, and you only get access to this version of it if you buy I believe the Phantom Edition. You get it like straight up, like at the beginning. So I had a better sniper rifle. I had a better sniper rifle than everyone else for the first 15-20 hours until everyone else got unlocks.
Yeah.
But I had better stuff than everyone else. For a short period. I'm like,
I just wanted to mention, looking at this menu, it's kind of like deja vu. Well, it's really deja vu because it seems like Battlefield's morphing into COD with this iteration, like a lot, right? And as a developer, you ask yourself why, and I think it's because at this point in a shooter's life cycle, you're competing for the same bunch of players, right? And retaining them. And so what better way to serve this huge player base and retain a lot of them than by just like providing them what they like about the other game.
Homogenizing everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So it almost seems kind of wild. You're looking at the screen. It's like, what shooter is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely took a lot of inspiration from COD as far as the weapon attachment stuff goes specifically.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a compliment, but it's
Right.
just, I don't know if any game journalists pointed that out, but that's just interesting.
I could see them doing that, but I feel like that sort of like direct inspiration, let's call it, is so like prolific now that it doesn't it might not even be noteworthy to them. They just kind of expect it these days. But you're right, maybe that's worth pointing out. Like this AAA franchise took heavy inspiration from another AAA franchise in a big way, specifically in the UI, like the gun customization and otherwise. Mm-hmm. I'll say this though, I think that they rightfully took a little bit of their own path when it comes to this aspect of the menu, because I find the Call of Duty one a little more confusing. It still has the scroll down method that you saw in recent Call of Duties, mm-hmm. but I find this layout a little more intuitive than the one in recent CODs.
Nice.
Yeah, they both suck.
They both
Call of
suck.
Duty UI sucks and this sucks. Like objectively, they're both bad.
Okay.
I think there could be a lot of improvements here. Like I don't like. Go ahead, Tina. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just keep talking about the UI. I just wanted to bring up another exploit that I didn't bring up yet.
Oh
yeah?
Yeah, let's show that.
So this one has been prolific through every Battlefield I've ever played.
Yeah.
And it's my personal fun way. I love to troll, okay? That's just what I do. Like when I was working on Apex, the devs appreciated that I was such a jerk, so they like nerfed the hell out of me before game launched. But
Nerfed you?
Yeah, like being able to kill my own teammates and stuff. So there's this fun way to kill your teammates in Battlefield, and I don't know if they fixed it yet, but it's been there for over a decade, maybe more. You fly a jet, any vehicle, right? You bail out of it right before it crashes on your teammate, and then it counts as a suicide for them.
Brutal.
I've never
I'm
seen
just
that.
curious.
You absolute troll.
So I'm just curious to see if that still exists. 'Cause
You
it was
you've just been ramming your jets. You've been spawning in a jet, taking a valuable resource, and then slamming it into your teammates so they commit suicide. You're evil.
Tina,
fun
I
in
don't
the
know if
middle
I want to
of
play
long,
with you anymore.
okay, like 40 fucking minute matches, right? And you're just like, come on. And you're winning, and the other team's quitting because they're losing. I would get in a jet, try to kill my teammate just for fun. So you just see jets crashing all over the
Tina
place.
is not
on my
only a troll,
teammates.
she's a troll apologist. She's rationalizing her troll.
Yeah, she's like, no, listen, let me justify
No, listen.
why. I
What
do
if
this.
we're already winning? Isn't it fine to ruin the
We're
game?
stomping.
Some of the other times it's like when you like, I don't know if you can do this anymore, but like in previous battlefields we would like base spawn, like trap the other team at their
Spawn
base.
camping.
Yes. And so they were like, that's not cool, right? So I just throw a couple C4s on a Jeep, drive it towards my teammates,
And she's describing it with such
Fail.
pride, Jay.
I know.
hit the button.
I'm so creative. Look,
Kill
I
a
pull
couple
everybody
friends.
up with the C4.
Only in
Maybe it's a
Battlefield.
blessing that Tina wasn't able to come on and play with us, Mikey.
Yeah, we were trying to play that. We played the
She'd just
beta.
be
We were trying to
killing
play
us.
this week. It didn't work out, but maybe I'm glad that we did it. Jay and I
Curious to
played. And
see
we
if
had a
that's
good
still
time.
around.
And no trolling was had. In fact, the teamwork was impeccable. It was quite
Yeah, we were
nice.
playing with a couple of your friends, and we were doing call outs. It was some of the most satisfying battle I think I've ever played. It was just really good
Yeah.
communication.
It was combined arms shit. It was like vehicles and infantry working together. One of my friends was on the drone, spotting targets. It was sick. But anyway,
It was
let's
real good. Yeah.
should we talk about Pokemon?
Yes.
Can we talk
it's
about Pocket
like
Monsters, which is the title of this? Sorry, guys.
40
We wanted to
minutes
talk a little
into
bit
the
about
podcast. Oh.
Yeah, we wanted to talk a little bit about Battlefield because we're all very passionate about it, and it is a big release. But speaking of other big releases, Pokemon Legends ZA, Z2A, whatever you call it, because it's French. It's a French joke.
Is it?
That was
just
nice
come
of
out.
you to say the American English Z and not Z to A. That's interesting.
Z to A. Yeah.
Didn't feel
it
right,
came
did it?
out. No, if I feel sick, I might need to leave permanently. Quick, Tina,
Go on.
fly a jet into me.
Crush him with your expensive jet.
With my appreciation.
It came out yesterday. I was jokingly holding it up on my Switch. I've got a lot to say. You guys haven't had a chance to play it yet. And before I talk about this release, I just want to quickly ask about both of your experience with Pokemon before I go into mine. Tina, what's your experience with Pocket Monsters?
So I started watching Pokemon when it came out in Japan, and I had a friend who she had relatives in Japan, so they would record VHS tapes of episodes and send it over to her, and we'd watch the hell out of
amazing.
them. I even watched the one that gave kids epilepsy, and I was like, awesome.
You were like sick. I love all these
The one that was
flashing
banned
lights.
in America. I was like, tight. And then I had, was it Red and Blue was like the first Pokemon, right?
Yeah, Game
I played
Boy.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do they still do 2 versions? Is that still a thing with this
Most
release?
of them. This one doesn't.
No.
Because
Okay.
it's part of the Legends spin-off. But
The
all
Okay,
the
mainline
mainline
series.
wait.
Yeah.
What do you mean by Legends spinoff?
Okay, so Pokemon has
Put on your Ash
historically
Ketchum
had
hat, Jay.
yeah. Pokemon
launch
has
this
historically had part of what is referred to as the mainline series, which is when 2 versions come out with slightly different stories and Pokemons, and so that you can do trading with your friends through link cables or now through Wi-Fi, right? Kind of genius design thing to get kids interacting and talking about it. Yeah, it's very smart. But then they started doing spin-off games, and we'll talk a little bit more about those later when we talk about innovations in the series. But for this instance, a lot of them have been top-down, like in an isometric view. But they did a game called Legends Arceus, which was their first foray into doing a 3D game. I do not like that game. I think it's jank and a bit shite, and it's I feel like it's a tech demo. But it was like a spin-off. It's like, hey, we're doing something different. Here's Arceus.
Yeah.
This game is like kind of a sequel to that. It's like the next one. I don't think it's connected narratively, but it's like the new version of like the 3D one. So Legends Zeta A or whatever it's called, however you pronounce it, is the new kind of 3D one, and I'm sure maybe next year or the year after they'll have a mainline series game which will have 2 versions of it. But this one's a bit of a spin-off.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just to get back to your first question, I understand the gist
Yeah.
of Pokemon. You catch Pokemon. You don't want to kill them when you're fighting them. You just want to get them low enough so you throw the Pokeball grabs it, and then they're now yours. You take care of them. You foster them. You compete against other trainers with their Pokemon. I like the nature of trying to determine which Pokemon is best to attack the other one, because everyone has strengths or weaknesses. So I think that's cool. But the sheer amount of Pokemon now, I looked online the other day, there's over 1,000. And when I think I was involved in Pokemon, it was only 100 and something.
150, I think, for you.
150.
The first,
About 150.
About 150. Yeah. But, watch the films, watch TV, the games. They were all prolific in my childhood. And even now when I hear about Pokemon, I feel like I know what it is. It's not like I know what to expect.
Yeah, well, we'll find out, because I got some tests later on for you guys.
Some
Before we get into all of that, Mikey, what's your
yeah.
experience?
I guess a typical millennial one. I grew up and I got into the Game Boy games as a kid. I'm 35, so I guess I was around like 8 when I started playing. I can't remember, like 1998. Someone says in the chat, Game Boy Color was out in 1998, and I'm pretty sure I played it on the Game Boy Color. I had red, and I think I had some friends with blue. I liked Blastoise better. I don't know why I didn't get blue, but who knows. And then I got yellow, and like I enjoyed Pokemon in that early stage. I had I got into the trading cards just to collect them. And and this was crazy, I found a Charizard on my birthday in a trader pack. I was stunned. I was dancing around the deck with my friends. That was wild luck. On my birthday at that. And I had always saw the Charizard. Well, it was high value, right? Like I remember, I think it was like $100 in 1998 money to buy a card direct from the store near me. And I remember thinking like, wow, that's so high value. And one of my friends fucking scammed me out of it. I was being such a dumb kid. I think I traded it for a Mew or a Mewtwo, and which wasn't very valuable, but I was being dumb. Yeah. And then I tried to go back. I was like, hey man, you scammed me. Let me have it back. And then he was like, well, I gave it to so-and-so. And I went, oh, I don't know if I care enough. And then that was kind of the end of a period of my interest in Pokemon. But there was that. And then there was I watched the show, as a kid. I don't remember much of it because I was a kid. And then I was off it for a while. I remember like following it a little bit and like reading about it. Pokemon Go, I think, had a very interesting design, typical, I guess, of Japanese game design innovations, right? It was cool. And then I kind of fell off it. But I had a friend, and I watched him play some of the more recent ones. I don't know how it's pronounced. Is it Arceus or Arceus? I don't even know. But Arceus, I watched him play that one. Yeah, Legends Arceus did that one for a bit. And then I watched a few hours of gameplay of this one that just came out. And I have to say, like, I was a little surprised. It seemed like there was more innovation than I expected. And it was in directions that made sense to me for the series. But again, I'm coming from a very old school initial aspect.
I think there was a couple moments in Pokemon's history where it kind of drew me back in. I think, I walked away from Red and Blue, did other stuff. And then Pokemon Snap drew me back, and I was like, "Oh,
Pokemon Snap! I played Pokemon Snap. Yes,
yeah,
classic Nintendo 64, very good. Yeah,
I don't know why that was just so relaxing as a kid. You're just like,
fun. Yeah, it's the same vibes you get when you play a sim game. Like it's kind of relaxing. You take fun pics. It's kind of hard too. Like you have to get the right shot, right? It's not super easy. Yeah.
And then the moment after that really drew me back in unwillingly, I will say, is Pokemon Go, because my friend called me at like 11 p.m. and said, "Hey, can you take me to this park? I need to get this Pokemon." And I was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And we drove there, and I was like, "This is sketchy as hell." And then he got out of the car, and then there was like 12 other guys just doing the same thing, like holding up their cell phones, trying to get Pokemon, and they were like, "Hey." I was like, this
Yeah.
is wild. And then you see news stories, you couldn't escape it. Like some woman found a dead body in a creek when she was looking for a Pokemon down there. And it was just like crazy things happened, you know. So yeah, that was the last time I actually thought about Pokemon and had to like
Okay.
be a part of
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. To very quickly give my perspective, I think a lot of the fans will know this already. So I think kind of weirdly, I don't consider myself like a crazy Pokemon fan, but I also own 2 of every mainline game. Like
God.
I'm the type of person that will go and buy both.
I'm not
I get that,
hardcore.
Jay,
I
'cause
just own
I
everything.
I get it because I have a friend right now, and I've been talking to him this week about Pokemon.
Yeah.
We were actually rewatching some of the old series together, him and some other friends of
Yeah.
mine. And he's saying, like, yeah, I have owned every Pokemon game, but this is the one I refuse to buy because I don't like them and they're all the same. But I keep getting them. It seems to be something like I think something happened when we were kids, Jay, and they just kind of
Yeah.
infected the bottom of our brains and we can't get it
Yeah,
out.
I played the TCG as a kid. And I don't play the TCG anymore because it's kind of getting a bit out of hand, but I still really enjoy it and I do follow it. I really shout out to Deep Pocket Monsters as a YouTube channel. I absolutely adore. Like I watch everything he uploads. Does really cool challenges where he's like, I've got to complete a specific set of Pokemon in a certain amount of time, usually like 24 hours. And it's like so wholesome, like helping all the kids and like giving cards away to all the kids and stuff. It's just super, super wholesome. Really, really, really like his content. But yeah, so to bring it back to ZA or
Mhm.
Legends, the title of this video is Pokemon Stagnating. Is it timeless or is it stagnating? Up until yesterday, I would have said that Pokemon is stagnating. I
Oh
have
my.
not enjoyed a Pokemon game like ZA like this in a long time. Like a long time. Like
Wow.
over half a decade.
Did not expect that.
They're shaking it up mechanically in a really interesting way. They've moved away from turn-based. And a lot of Pokemon games, I was going to make a video on this 8 years ago, but I never ended up doing it. Pokemon games and a lot of JRPGs are masterfully designed to waste your time. Like the ways they you navigate their UI and you interact with the world is very slow and very like drawn out. And a lot of that is so you spend more time in it. And Pokemon was just like the master at it. Like I'm not saying the Pokemon games feel really slow and clunky, but like if you really go in and cut out all of the fluff, there's not a lot there. Like you know, with the interactions. This game when fuck the fluff. Fuck all the little transitions between screens. We're just going to allow you to do it all at the same time. And the way you interact with the world, the way you do combat, it's just like fluid and snappy. And the writing in this one's really fun. A lot of the times Pokemon games and any game made for children, because let's remember, guys, Pokemon is made for kids, right? It is made for children, and we are and we can enjoy it, and I do enjoy it. But a lot of dialogue in those games is very like, hello, fellow kids. The dialogue in this one is really good. And like,
You
I'm
like
actually
it?
finding myself,
Really?
I'm becoming invested in the characters.
Because as I said, I've been watching a couple. I think I'm at like 2+ hours of just watching a friend play and talking
Wow.
to him about it. And I thought I wasn't too impressed by it personally. I thought it
The
felt
tutorial
like really,
sucks, but all Pokemon
Okay.
tutorials
Well-
suck because they've got so much to teach, right? It's like
yeah,
it's very
but
complex,
I even
and they
mean
have to onboard people.
I even mean outside of the tutorial. There's a line where you like leave one of the wild zones and a guy says this like super world building expository thing like, yes, it's so nice we have the gates to keep the Pokemon out of the rest of not Paris or something like that. And I see that, and as like a person who's done narrative design and writing, I think like, okay, that feels a little fucking on the nose. The lack of voiceover also like,
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
it's hard to like feel a sense of investment in a world when the graphics are at a certain level and the gameplay's at a certain level and the fidelity of everything is there, but like they insist on still not having voiceover, I guess because it would feel less cozy or something, or it feel too
or even
weird.
dialogue beeps. They don't even have like which adds a lot of character
that's a good
in
point.
life.
There's also like kind of superfluous dialogue options, maybe just in the tutorial, but I feel like out of that too. And
Oh
and
no,
I just can't get
100%.
I can't get past the idea that like Pokemon are slaves, right? Like we've enslaved them and it's awful. So to have a story and writing that feels like interesting and investing, I guess I'm surprised to hear you say that and I want to hear more about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. The dialogue options are superfluous.
What?
I'm sorry, you were
What's
just like
Tina laughing at?
slavery. Tell me why you like
I'm
it.
not saying Jay's an advocate for
Tell
slavery.
me why
I'm not
you
saying
like
people
slavery,
I'm not saying
Jay.
people who like Pokemon. I'm saying that I play Pokemon, I watch Pokemon being played, and I
Oh
kind of
my
roll my eyes
God.
at some of the story because there's big dissonant elements to it. Okay.
Oh, no,
I know
100%.
this isn't an original thing for someone to say, especially like a millennial gamer. But yeah, you look at the Pokemon, you never answer the question like they're sentient, right? They understand you, but
Oh, yeah.
we've enslaved them. Like
We put them in
it's not
prisons
like,
and then make them fight
Yeah.
each other. Yeah, no,
tiny
no,
little
for sure.
prisons. They come out and
For sure.
I don't know, but also like I also understand that story can, there could be a little cognitive dissonance and it's fine. So anyway, let me let you
Yeah.
speak before I speak to my opinion of the narrative stuff.
I agree with the dialogue options being superfluous. A lot of the times the two options you'll have will literally be the same outcome. Like you don't have a choice in what the dialogue is. But that doesn't bother me because guess what? Every game does that. It's just a little bit more obvious in this. Again, made for children. I'm not saying the writing is revolutionary. I'm just saying compared to previous Pokemon games, they're actually trying to inject some character into some of the characters. For one of them's a fashion. You may have not met them yet if you've only played a couple hours, but one of them's like a fashion designer who like designs your clothes, and they're obsessed with a streamer. And very minor spoilers, but like we're doing a battle plan. We're doing a battle plan. We're all sat down at a table, like figuring out what we're gonna do to like save the city, and we're doing a battle plan. And like the dude just like gets his phone out and is like looking at it, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, my favorite streamer's streaming, so I'm watching them." They're like, "We're doing a battle plan," and they're like, "We're doing a battle plan. Why don't you just watch the VOD?" And he's like, "It's not the same, right? I've got to be in chat at the right time. You don't get it." And like he turns to you and he's like, "Right," and then you can give him an answer of like, "Oh yeah, totally." And he just like continues to stream and stuff like that. And there's another line where I don't know why this one stood out to me because it's not good at all. But the same character, they're like, they say to them, "Oh, like, tell Jay about those things that happened to you." And he's like, "Oh, I'd rather not. Like, I don't want to like tell you my backstory." And then she's like, very dumbly in Pokemon, she's like, "Well, if Jay beats you in a Pokemon battle, then you'll have to spill the tea." Come on. And I'm like, a Pokemon game said spill the tea, and it felt really natural. Like the dialogue felt good. And I'm like, the people who are translating this into English, like, are trying their best to make this sound like millennial Gen Z people talking, which makes complete sense because that's like they're targeting that younger generation. And I think for the first time, I'm like, it's working. Like, I get it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's nothing to do with like, I think the story's good, right? We're in Not Paris and we're trying to stop Not Paris being destroyed, right? But a lot of the dialogue interactions, I'm like, oh, that's cute. Like, I'm now listening because I want to see what cute interaction they're gonna have.
You're right. What I'm coming at it from is like it's game 12 plus whatever number Pokemon game it is, and we still haven't addressed the fact that we've enslaved Pokemon. But I hear what you're saying. Like this is just.
I think in Arceus they do acknowledge it. I think
really
because that's when they develop Pokeballs for the first time, and they address that it's slavery. I think.
And I guess I need to be fair. You do meet a group of Pokemon masters, if that's the proper term, in this game that are like trying to liberate Pokemon. They don't want them to live in the wild zones. They want them to live freely. They're like eco-terrorists basically, but they might be right. Like was kind of the way that I interpreted it. And
Yeah.
that's fair. Like, I guess I have to give credit there where it's due. And again, I'm not saying like in order to make a Pokemon game, you have to address that. I just find it that's something that I, as a player, would like to see addressed. But I hear what you're saying. There's something to be said for using contemporary, like young kid lingo and not having it be cringy or embarrassing. We all played Skate together, and that felt kind of like the opposite, right? It felt like they were leaning way too heavily on it. Every other line had some sort of kid/skater idiom in it, and it felt way too forced. But I could agree, like you need to praise writers for writing to a different audience tastefully, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah, because it's not for me, but I can see, like, as a designer and as someone who makes games, what they're trying to do. And a lot of the times in Pokemon games, especially like Arceus and some of the previous ones, I've seen what they're trying to do, and Game Freak just failed, in my opinion. Like they tried something and they didn't do it well. And that's one of the things I want to talk to you guys about. Is just like the innovation or lack thereof in the Pokemon franchise, and like whether it needs it, right? Or not, right? Because I don't think there's this isn't like black and white. The mainline series up until recently, I think it was Violet, and a little bit of Sword and Shield. They have been pivoting to the kind of 3D aspect of the games, and I honestly think that is the direction the game should be going. I think it makes such a natural fit. And now here they've like even taken away some of the turn-based stuff, and they've added a completely new battle system. I think
now
a lot of people might be
cooldowns,
upset about
right?
that. Yeah, there's cooldowns, and at first I was like, "Is this going to ruin it? Are you just going to spam everything off cooldown?" But they've done a really interesting thing where each move will either be like an up close move, like a melee move, or a ranged one, and based on your positioning in the arena, the Pokemons will move to different areas. So you have to like combo together, like, oh, I'm going to use a quick attack which dashes me forward, and then a bite which is a melee one. So I go dash melee, and then go backwards to do a ranged one.
Distance.
Yeah, you like change what you're doing, which I think now that I've got further into the game, I'm closing in on about 10 hours. I'm like, and also I was talking about interactions. A lot of the times, if you're like, oh, this person got out a grass type Pokemon, and I want to get my like Flareon out because I know it's going to do a lot of damage, but they weren't in my first slot. In previous Pokemon games, it was such a chore to like go through the menu, swap out, it like whoom, put the Pokemon back in, get the next one out, skip a turn, like, and it was just really slow. Here, it's like done. Flareon's out.
Yeah, I noticed
battle
that
starts.
too.
Like,
yeah,
it's so much quicker, and you can like swap them out real easy. It's great.
I think you made a good point earlier about the tutorial being maybe it's either slow or low quality, because in terms of the I felt this sense of like, oh, cool, 3D. And again, I'm a little ignorant. Like there's a big dip for me over the past, I guess, like 10 years plus, even where I haven't been playing much Pokemon or experiencing it, where I saw, oh, cool, I know it's not the first 3D one, but they're doing this real-time thing. That's interesting. Wait, does my position even matter? And it didn't seem to. But then as you keep playing, then you unlock the potential for it to matter more. And I like that. I like that as an innovation.
It's really good pacing, right? Because it introduces the basics, and then it's like, and it doesn't tell you this. It's like something I've discovered as I'm playing, like, oh, if I use them in this order, then it's like I can be more efficient. And like let's say one of your Pokemons gets low. In previous games, you're like trying to like go into the menus and like heal them or swap. Right, and you're like, oh shit, and it's this like this panic, but still slow panic. Here, if they pull out a Pokemon and it's like super effective against what I've got and it gets slammed, I can very quickly swap them out and keep the thing I had first alive, and then put something better in, and it just feels way more reactive and way more fluid. And I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, damn, I really like this. I wish the other Pokemon games felt like this.
Seems like it feels more like a fighting game rather than a sort of strategic turn-based thing.
Do you mean fighting game like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Is like it seems like they're trying to make it seem more like a quick, snappy fighting game.
Yeah, but like the strategy of Pokemon was never really like the fact that there were turns. It was more of like, what moves are you using to efficiently take down the enemy? And
but you
that
have
still
to do
exists.
that faster now, right?
It's well, yeah. If you're thinking, what type is this Pokemon? your Pokemon will die because the
Yeah.
other one's just like slamming you. And
Continue
Yeah.
the fight. Yeah.
it might
I
not
think
be
that's
great
cool.
for kids because they like I do think there's a lot of value in turn based. There's a lot of value in allowing people to have the time to think and to breathe. And I think like as for me personally, this is a better system. But for people who might have disabilities or children who are thinking a little bit slower, this might not be as good for them. But I genuinely believe the next game we see in the mainline series will not use this system at all. It will be turn-based again, because I think there'll be a split. There'll be people who really like this, and there'll be people who hate it and want the turn-based one back. And I think they'll continue Legends to be like this, like as the spin-off, and they'll keep doing these, and then they'll do the turn-based one, which is the mainline series. Which I think there's value in that. But yeah, I sidetracked myself with innovation. The mainline series has always been doing the same turn-based thing since its inception, and the series has caught some flack for kind of just being the same thing over and over and over, just adding a few more Pokemon. I say a few more, a lot more.
A lot more.
But I think a lot of the innovation we've seen through this game series is really odd, because all of its spin-off games like Colosseum, Snap, Rangers, Mystery Dungeon, have all been very different and very weird. But the mainline series has stayed the same, and it's like they've done both. They've been like, let's keep the very popular mainline series thing the same, so people know what to expect and people keep buying it. And then we'll experiment with like a photography game, and there's a game about Ditto. I don't know if you guys know who Ditto is. He's like
Ditto.
a little pink guy.
Is it pink or purple? I don't know why I remember.
I'm colorblind. He's a color.
He's like lavender.
It's a color.
Chat. What color is Ditto? Let's get a poll
debate
up there, Eric.
I'm looking at it.
Ditto, there's a new farming simulator where Ditto becomes a person, and then they become a farm, like they tend a farm, and they make like special habitats for Pokemon. So they're like, let's take Pokemon but make it a farming sim or a photography game, or let's do Pokemon battles, but you just spin a stylus around them in circles with Rangers. It's like they've done weird stuff and they've done mainline stuff. I'm just wondering your guys' thoughts on like the value of that, because a lot of times innovation in a series, what they'll do is they'll experiment and then fold in the successful things into the mainline series. But Pokemon doesn't really do that. It just like, it's two different tracks. I just wonder what you guys think.
This is a fun one because Tia and I always butt heads on this.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah,
I'm the risky fucking. Oh, take risks, make the series different and weird. And Tina's like, give players what they want. So Tina, go first.
I mean, yeah, give players what they want, but like improve it, right?
Sure.
Especially if there's like bad experiences. I think that this is smart of Pokemon because it's been around forever. It obviously is one of the most popular IPs out there. It's like
it is the biggest franchise in the world. Yeah, in 2024 it made 12 billion in revenue.
It somehow seamlessly goes from film to TV to game. I do think that it's important that they mix it up, the experience of interacting with the Pokemon universe. I mean, Mario does this masterfully, like totally different Mario games. Still the same character. You still love him. You'll eat up whatever they give you. I think Pokemon it seems like they're trying to go that route with this ZA thing, right? And if this can be its own standalone, expected, fast-paced thing for older people that probably have a lot... It's interesting because it assumes that the player base already understands the Pokemon universe, how to fight with Pokemon, I would imagine. So there's not much in terms of teaching newcomers, right? This isn't for newcomers.
Yeah, there's like an hour and a half, 2 hours of like because they have to onboard just in case, like
just
a
in
child
case
is
it's
playing.
your first one. Yeah.
But after that, they're like, fucking go for it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Here's your quests. Go.
I imagine for players, especially because the average gamer is now 40 something according to a latest poll. Like you have to make something that's more accessible and interesting to the older crowd while also kind of catering to the younger as well. So it's like a huge range, and I think this does it really well, from what you're telling me. if you, it's hard. Like I have no personally compelling reason to play a Pokemon game right now. I'm pretty sure when my kid's old enough to ask for Pokemon, that's when I'll play again. But yeah, I think that this is great, and keeping it separate, I think, is fine too, because you kind of know what you're getting, right? Like I know what I'm getting with Mario Kart versus Mario Party.
Yeah.
And if they go this route, like just keep printing cash. Like,
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's an
it's
interesting perspective that you described it. You compared it to Mario, and you said, "I
Mhm.
know what I'm getting with Mario Kart as with Mario Party." I've never really thought of Pokemon the games
Mhm.
as like, and this is gonna sound dumb, like as a franchise. I've always thought of like when the Pokemon games come out, they are Pokemon games, and they are what they are. Well, the mainline series, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm always hoping for a little bit of innovation, and they have been doing it, right? Like Sword and Shield did a little bit of the 3D. Violet and Scarlet went full 3D. And yeah, the spin-offs have been really, really, really interesting. I love that they do that. I love that they have the money to do that. Well, of course they do, because they make so much money.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been neglecting to talk about the TCG, the trading card game, and how unbelievably popular it is, and like how much money people put into this. Like people have entire careers of just reselling cards. Like they make living wages off of collecting and then reselling cards, which more power to you. You are literally living the Pokemon dream. That is crazy.
You're Pokemon Master right there, making a living wage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
I think, and it's persisted, right? Like that, the TCG, the trading card game, for those who don't know, that's been around since like the 90s. No, I'm sure it's changed and been iterated upon, but that's lasted. To me, to go back to your question, I feel like it makes sense. It's one of those things where if you can enjoy the privilege and the good fortune of your own success, to be fair, but if you have enough money to have like the mainline franchise that plays it safe, or excuse me, not mainline franchise, the mainline track of games that plays it safe, and like maybe just add content a little more, and then you have the other track, which is like, let's be experimental and a little more weird. That's a great position to be in, because you have the riskier ones, and then you have the safe ones, and then you have a whole fucking all the other aspects of the franchise to back you up, right? The trading card game, the collectibles, all the merch, everything. So that's a great position to be in, and it's good to see that with this, because this is the side track. Essentially, this is a side game that we're talking about. It's great that they actually decided to take those risks and say, you know what about a real-time battle system with cooldowns, and also, what if, I know this is new for it, but it was it's an example of an innovation that happened earlier in the series that's continuing to here. What if it wasn't just one Pokemon in the battle that you fought with? What if it was 2 or 3 or 4? I think I was told they once tried more and it was just too chaotic, but just doing doubles adds a depth to play, right? And that's an innovation, and that's a good thing to try.
Yeah. Oh, another thing in Legends Z2A is the fact that you can get hit as the trainer by Pokemon attacks, and they've added dodging. Right, you dodge enemy attacks, like, and if you get hit, it takes health, I believe, from your Pokemon. I haven't been hit much, so I don't know the exact outcome. I'm sure chat will let me know. But it's like that's really interesting, and it's these things that make sense when you knock out a Pokemon, because you never kill Pokemon, you never have. Even though the world is incredibly dark, which we'll get into a little bit later, but you never kill them, you knock them out. So why would it make sense in the previous games when you knock out a Pokemon that you couldn't just like pick it up and scoop it into a bowl and be like, you're mine now, motherfucker? Because in previous games, if you knocked them out, they immediately disappeared. That's why, Tina, you said you want to get them low. You don't want to like knock them out. But here, you can just go up to a Pokemon and be like, I want you, slam it in the head, knock it out, and then just throw a ball at it, and you have a chance of getting it. You only get one chance. But it's like you can just slam them and take them while they're knocked out, which is like, it makes sense. It makes sense that if there are Pokemon that are literal gods, like they created the cosmos, when they use Mega Ultra Universe like kill attack, it makes sense that your character would be like damaged by, getting a sun thrown at them. So cool. Like these things make sense. I'm glad they're like finally trying to make it all be a little bit more real time, a little bit more reactive. I think it's, if you told me like last week, because I knew nothing about this game, I avoided looking it up. If you said, "Oh yeah, would you prefer Pokemon if it was real time?" I'd go, "You're insane." I'd be like,
Jay,
"What? What are you on about?"
Jay, I'll tell people listening and watching now, we talked to when we were trying to figure out like what we want to do for this podcast.
Yeah.
Earlier, Jay was expressing this negativity about Pokemon. So I, in this moment, am genuinely surprised to see how much you actually.
I
liked
am
it,
too.
because before
I was smiling so much yesterday. I was like, I'm having fun. I'm like, this is really fun.
what a wonderful bounty of
you know?
gaming this week. Battlefield, AAA games,
Yeah.
from all across the world, satisfying us again.
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, I've still got my gripes, right? Like, I'm not a big fan that this game takes place all in the same city. I think that's very boring. They're doing some interesting narrative things with it. I say interesting. They're doing some narrative things with it, but when I think,
I want to talk about that. Yeah.
well, yeah, I will. When I think about like games that I've really enjoyed, like, my favorite Pokemon game is Emerald. Like I've said this on podcasts before, but I had a copy of Emerald where the battery that runs the memory card in it was broken. So it would allow me to get to the first like through the first quarter of the game, and then would die and delete my save. Every time. But it's all I had. You know, like when we're kids, you can't go to your parents and be like, I want another game, please, because like we were poor. Like I just wasn't something I would even fathom. So I would play the first quarter of Emerald over and over and over and over for like a year. And then I got a new copy. I told my mum, like, oh yeah, the game's broken and stuff like that. It's been broken the whole time. And she was like, oh, so she went and got me another copy. Bless you, mother. And actually getting to go through and play that entire game just like imprinted it on my mind. Like it just became this like big spectacle to me. And getting to visit all of the different locations and like span the world was so mind-blowing to me. And I feel like that's missing in this one, like, because we're not getting to go to the top of a volcano or like surfing over the seas and, you know, going to all these different islands. It's just like, oh, we cheese baguette, not France. You know?
As a British man.
I don't know. There's
France.
also the ingrained like France versus England thing too. So I just wanted to bring it
It's my life is so French. I just finished Clair Obscur, and now I'm playing this. I cannot escape the French.
There you go.
Oh, you poor Anglo. Whatever will you do?
I came to America to escape them.
Okay, we have
Get
a couple
further away.
chats that I wanted us to get to because some of them are really relevant to what we're saying right now.
Oh yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Let's see. We can start with this one. It's kind of irrelevant, but we'll just get through it. The Brain Sturgeon donated €6 and says, have Laura Kate Dale on the show. She's an accessibility expert, the host of the Accessibility Show on YouTube, and a friend of Stephanie Sterling.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
A good
I'll reach out.
suggestion. What is this name? Mikhail Hudden. It's not showing me the whole thing.
Zuriffaron?
Yeah. Donated $5 and says Terra Leak internal 2030 roadmap mentions that the mainline series is to broaden and maintain momentum, and Legend series is to appease to the hardcore.
That's what it should be doing, I think.
Yeah, there you go. No Beats donates $1.99 and says, all I saw was the title of your podcast. Answer, yes, 20 years ago. That's Pokemon Stagnating.
And I would have agreed until yesterday.
Yeah.
And I am like the world's number one Arceus hater. Marty like gives me shit for this all the time. He like vehemently disagrees about my opinions on Arceus. I think it was like a tech demo and it was wank. Like I did not like it at all. And anyone who watches my show knows that I am the first person to jump on. If I think a design is lacking, I will rip you a new one. And I always go in with a positive mindset. I know, shock horror, I want to enjoy games. I want to have fun. Like, I want to have a good time. And I went into this being like, I'm going to try and have fun. I'm going to try and enjoy this and remind myself it's made for children. It doesn't need to be super complex in designs and narrative, right? It's for kids. And just try and have a good time. I'm having a great time. If you're on the fence about buying this, do it. Do you know, Pokemon need your money. They haven't got enough. So support local indies.
Think of the tiny little local mom and pop Pokemon franchise. Yeah, very true.
This tiny little mom and pop. I am curious to know what, the creator's doing, how well off he is, where he's living. Is he just like
lives in-
moved out and everything? I don't know. Anyways,
He's a
You're on
gas.
it.
He can teleport.
yeah.
I think this is a friend told me this, and I'm doing a quick Google. Is it Satoshi Tajiri? I don't know how to pronounce it. He, as a child, would just like hang around in Japanese forests collecting bugs. And I don't know if he made them fight each other actually, or that part. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he did. But to think that like,
Those are the glasses. Those are the glasses of a man who makes bugs fight in forests. Like that. I can see that.
I think that, wow, is that a recent picture? He looks so young.
No way. That is no way.
That was him
That's
as a child.
Where'd you,
Just out of frame, there's a couple of beetles.
He's just an age.
This is the
I
richest
think
man
that-
walking in Japan.
Just to think, like, imagine. Okay, so that looks a little. There you go, says Eric. A recent one. So we have a picture now, more recent
There we
picture.
Oh yeah, that's very different.
I think it's interesting to me, I guess. Imagine being a person, a creative, who's like inspired by this childhood experience that you have of just playing in the woods, which a lot of people did. We all did if we had woods near us, and it was safe enough to go from that to, how much did you say in 2024? $12 billion in the franchise.
12 billion in revenue in 2024
That's
alone.
wild. What an experience.
It is 103 billion in total retail sales.
Nutty.
Fucking what?
Yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, I forgot what we were talking about. I just had to marvel at that for a second.
Oh, yeah, before we get to the next ones, historically, especially the 3D games, Pokemon games have looked like ass. Like Scarlet and Violet looked terrible. Arceus looked terrible. Like some of the worst looking 3D games on the market, right? Unless you're from AAA companies.
Yeah. People were pretty
Like
upset
they
with
look
that,
terrible. For companies that are making 12 billion a year, maybe put some of that money into like hiring 3D artists who know what they're doing and get people who can optimize games, right? But I'm happy to say, because the Switch 1 version of Legends, the recent ones, EA, got leaked and it looks like ass because the Switch. This new one, I'm playing it in 4K 60 FPS. It's stylized, don't get me wrong, right? And they're cutting corners, right, with some of the textures and height maps on the buildings, but it looks good. And I'm like, oh my god, it's refreshing. It's nice to see a game that, like, a Pokemon game that doesn't like make me want to claw my eyes out. Jamate uses claw. It's super effective.
Uses claw on his own eyes. Now
Oh,
use 2 Pokeballs to capture both your eyes and put them
I
to
just
fight.
wanted to power through the next 3 comments.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead, Tina.
Venom Monk Killer 9119 just says, I'm just happy they changed the battle mechanics. Yeah, so
Yeah.
is Jay.
They're so good. I love them.
Take some
Is there
risk.
anyone in chat who doesn't like them? And if so, why? I'm not trying to get
Let's
a
hear that.
gotcha.
Let's
I
hear that.
genuinely want to hear your perspective.
That's true. Because you kind of implied this, I think, with some of your comments, Jay. But yeah, you could absolutely lose a lot when you go from a turn-based design to a real-time design. Strategic depth can go out the fucking window easily from that.
Oh yeah.
So maybe
we
some
have
people
a
feel that way. I don't know. Yeah.
question that came in. So we might have to Google some of these things
Yeah.
to understand what he's talking about. Tyler donated $5 and says, has anyone brought up Nintendo's legal actions yet? Because it suggests Nintendo at least thinks Pokemon is in danger.
There's the
what, as
Power
in
World
terms of-
shit, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think you might be, Taylor, you might be speaking about one, Nintendo are prolific for patenting stuff and also suing people who are infringing on their IP. And recently what they did is they patented the in-game character summoning is what they patented. So you cannot have characters in-game summoning other characters, which
So
is
that's a big thing.
broad thing, right?
Mhm.
It's like that's broader. It means things like Digimon might be in trouble. Things
Final
like
Fantasy?
Power World. Yeah.
Pablo,
Well, the
like
thing
all
is,
the things can you play Necromancer anymore? Like in any video game?
the thing is like I did an entire episode on patents. You can go back on Second Wind and watch it in the Design Delve playlist. But it is very easy to get a patent through into the courts, as in
Yeah.
like past the patent lobby. It's very difficult to fight it in court because as soon as you can prove that your thing was done previously before you did it, your entire case goes out the window. Right?
Quick
Like
note.
it's
quick
direct
note.
implementation. Yeah.
Yeah, according to Mirith, and thank you, Mirith, for the insight, and anybody else, if you have insight, feel free to share. Apparently, the patent itself specifically references balls. So, summoning from balls. Tina, how old are you? How old are you, Tina? Tina just doubled. For those of you who are listening, Tina just doubled over out of the frame when I said balls.
It's just
that
the
funny,
way you
Tina?
said it.
The way I said, this is my voice. This is how if I get excited, I guess my pitch goes down or up sometime. I don't know.
Sorry.
I'd have to hear. Okay, Miss Harmony says I am also laughing at balls. That's good. That's
Sorry.
good.
Okay,
shit,
there we
Chris.
go.
Continue.
Okay, well
I know I'm
that's a
distracted.
a good distinction because a lot of the time with patents, what you're patenting against is this specific implementation of a feature, right? It's not the feature itself. You cannot patent an idea. You can only patent the direct implementation. So that's why I haven't seen the actual document for this patent. But if it just refers to balls, then that covers
Now I'm laughing.
that covers just that, right? Yeah, so
Mhm.
Tina, do you feel
that's
like
rough.
Do you feel like it's a little overbearing of Nintendo to go after our balls?
Just like,
Do you feel like
what
that's
do-
not appropriate,
if
legally speaking?
if I wanted to make a ghetto ass game, right? I would make like Poke Cube or Poke Tuesday, Poke Two, you know, throw cubes out.
Yeah, Tina, tell everyone about your revolutionary idea for the names of Pokemon.
It's like I was high or something, but when we were talking about this podcast being about Pokemon, I was like Pokemon, Poke Twos, Poke Wed, Poke Thurs, Poke Fry, and I just
And
wrote
we
it
were
out.
like, Tina, what are you talking about? She's like,
and we
no,
were
wait,
talking about
guys, I
something
have an
completely
idea.
different.
How to
We
make
were
it not
discussing like
stagnant.
important. Yeah, we were talking about like how to set up this podcast, and Tina was silent, just like typing this down in the document, and we were like, "What the
Poke-san.
fuck are you doing?"
What are you doing? And she's like, no, I'm onto something here. Poke Monday, Poke Tuesday, Poke Wednesday. And we're like, but what do you want to do on those days with Pokemon? Like,
Not
what's
make
the
game
strategy?
stagnant. Like,
She
how
was
do we
like-
make it refreshing?
She was like the executive at a company who has this like grand strategy and they create a pitch deck, they create a PowerPoint, and they're like, okay, guys, Poke Monday, Poke Tuesday, Pokemon every day of the week. And everybody in the meeting goes like,
"What? The,
that sounds very exciting, Ms. Tina.
what does
but-
this
but
mean?"
What do we
No,
do?
Tina's
Like,
so
what do you
high
want
up
to
as the
do?
exec. She comes with that, and everyone just starts clapping.
Oh, they start
And
applying.
just
They're
like hope that she
"Fantastic."
forgets.
Oh
That's
my gosh,
amazing.
yes.
That's amazing.
So Hera, please, thank you so much. I'm sorry, Eric. Can you go back to the text generator that you just had up on the screen? Because that made me. What if? Okay, so pull it up, Eric.
Pokemon
What if
Day.
Pokemon? Okay, what if you became like unholy rich, right? You had more money than God. You had like a crazy amount of money, and you spent it. And you said, "All right, the only thing I want to change is I want to change the name of Pokemon to Balls." How much
Just
money do you think it
balls.
would take? Just balls. That's what Eric wrote here, and it made me think about that for a second. What if
It
you
would
could
probably
rename
be balls
somehow?
with a Z.
No,
Oh,
here's
yeah.
the thing. I think if it's a Z, it becomes all cap. Eric's writing it in all
Oh,
caps. with a Z
dude,
now.
I love all
It's the
caps, but
Pokemon
lowercase
font
Z.
with-
That's great.
balls. I think it's more crass if it's with an S, because that brings it closer to, I don't know,
Mhm.
childlikeness. With the Z, I mean, it feels like it's aware of itself too much. But with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
S,
yeah, okay.
it's
What if
I don't know, I can't
we
explain it.
made a like almost like a GTA style game, but you're just trying to get the best Pokeballs and you sell them almost like a drug dealer?
Oh shit! So it's
You're
just
like a
no.
manufacturing
I'm into this.
Pokeballs.
It's a Grand Theft Auto.
It's-
So Pokemon exists.
Schedule
okay,
one.
but there's different and there's ball types and there's a ball economy. in
Yes.
Pokemon. Like there
Yes.
already is. But there's a
gotta get the
black
best
market ball.
balls.
There's non-regulation balls that you can only get on the black market that are
Yes.
better at capturing Pokemon, and that
You
need to be
know,
like built by.
But
They need
they're
to be built
unethical.
by.
Yeah.
It's like it's like
Sleeping
Walter White,
gas
right?
isn't one of them. You try.
Sleeping. Oh shit! They use illegal materials inside of them. Oh, that's fucked up. It's inhumane, but we're enslaving them anyway, apparently. So I
You
guess
have to
nobody in
avoid the
world
cops
cares.
because if they find these black market balls on you, they will arrest you.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have a reason to stay away from the cops. What,
So there's like
X-rated?
There's
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
there's raids by the feds where they like take a picture of like a big crate of balls that they captured. Like we were able to take 800 of the sleeping gas balls off the street. There's the
There you go.
Poke cops.
And
There
then
we go.
Pikachu's just like Pika Pika in the background because he's
Pika
happy.
Pika. And I'm like, shut up, Pikachu. Get back in the bowl,
Pikachu, fucking pig.
slave.
You fucking bootlick Pikachu working with the
Stamp on him.
stamp on it. He's got a little hat.
Yeah, if you really wanted to, you could just go after different parts of this universe. I think the balls is a good, a good
Yeah.
focal point.
It's interesting to think about going back to the comment of just like how much these patents are going to affect other games. Like now that we know the ball situation, Digimon isn't in trouble. Power World isn't really in trouble. I mean, if Power World was ever going to be in trouble, they'd be in trouble already. I know they've got a lawsuit, I think, currently undergoing with Nintendo or Game Freak, but that's not specifically because of like copyright infringement. It's something to do with the summoning, I think. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But I get why these people and other games want to copy this formula because it clearly is extremely popular
works.
and makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
I'm laughing right now.
bread.
I'm sorry. Eric has some
Yeah.
footage up from Detective Pikachu, and I'm smiling because
You
there's
imagine
a scene where the police are coming to arrest Pikachu, but because it's a kid's game, the cops like can't be pointing fucking handguns or assault rifles at Pikachu and be all kitted out. So they just have their arms kind of out like this, like they're getting ready to catch Pokemon.
They would have weapons
Yeah,
though,
there we
right?
go.
Because Pikachu is like a
He's an electricity
weapon
monster.
of mass
He would
destruction.
absolutely-
Yeah.
he could kill you. He could
he
paralyze
could kill you. So
He could do
they'd
so
have
much.
like AR-15s.
They would
and, like-
100% have guns on that. They would have, first of all, they wouldn't have 4 cops. I mean, we've seen the
The
video. They would
footage
fucking
that Eric
swarm
has.
that kid. Yeah, is Pikachu in jail? Pikachu got fucking arrested for whatever it is that he did. Is that Is that a fucking gun in the Pokemon series? Is she wearing a Clefairy hat?
I
Oh
think
my
a
god, there's
Clefairy's on
guns
her
in
head.
Pokemon. That adult is pointing a gun at Ash's face.
Just wait till you get to that episode, dude.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Holy shit, I forgot
Okay.
about all the violence in Pokemon.
Would you play like an Overwatch style Pokemon shooter?
They made a Pokemon. They made
Now
a
Team
Pokemon
Rocket has a rocket
MOBA.
launcher. I'm sorry, I can't. Go ahead.
They made a MOBA? I feel like there's so much you could
What's
do.
it? What's the MOBA called? Everyone in chat. It's called like Pokemon something.
Chansey, sorry, it was Chansey. Thank you, David Harrison.
Yeah, like have a Team Rocket game where you just steal
Unite.
crap.
Says Eric.
Pokemon Unite. Yeah, it's a MOBA. It's a little bit more kid friendly. It's a bit simpler, but yeah, it's I think it got pretty popular. But yeah,
Someone
like
here says, "Oh, go ahead." Sorry.
no, go for it.
Someone here says Team Rocket are awesome. Are they? I feel like they're completely incompetent, and that's their thing, right?
Yeah,
Like they can't
yeah,
do
they're
shit.
like kid show villains.
When I was watching the show, like they don't really have much of a reason to want Pikachu. I guess there's an implied like secret power to Pikachu or something, but how do they know that? They're just a couple fucking goons, dude. And they get dunked on every time they show up.
Yeah, but they have like
What?
such like unwavering confidence.
They have
That's
so
what they
many
do. Funny.
Pokemon characters. You could just do like a Mario Kart of Pokemon. Pokekart. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
easily.
Do a racing game. I
But-
feel like
Well, a bunch of Pokemon are in Smash, right?
yeah.
But like, why would Pokemon need to be in cars? A bunch of them can fly and like run really fast. And, like,
That would be funny.
Why does
It's
well,
crazy
hold
how
on.
like
Why does
Pikachu hasn't been in
hold on.
Mario Kart and stuff like that.
Why does Bowser drive a cart? I mean, he's rich, right? Bowser owns part of the kingdom, or he's the leader of a rebel force, whatever it is. He doesn't need to go anywhere. Why does he need to drive? He can have people drive for him.
To squash
Same with
Mario,
Princess Peach.
it's a
What's
vendetta
Princess
with him.
Peach driving? I don't think U.S.
A Rolls
US
Royce?
presidents are allowed to drive because it's too dangerous. I have to imagine the same would apply for royalty, like Princess Peach.
Yeah, but it would be less fun if you're all in carts and then you look up and Bowser's in Air Force One, right? He's
It's
probably
just
going to
looking
win.
down at you, going to a meeting with some other fucking world leader.
Yeah, he's probably going to win. I do agree with Tina though on the sense that there are so many characters, there's so many things you could do, and I'm sure like as time goes by, we'll get loads. Yeah, like there we go. In Violet and Scarlet and Violet, one of the legendary Pokemons you get is a motorbike. You ride him like a bike.
Oh, are you serious?
That was just up on screen.
Yeah.
Put it back up. So for those of you who are listening, let's be considerate to them. There's a motorcycle Pokemon on the screen right now.
Dude, you could do a Love is Blind Pokemon game where you try to guess what the
You
Pokemon
fall-
is on the other side by just asking questions and falling.
Oh, when you said Love is Blind, I thought you were saying it's a romantic story
Well,
about falling in love with your
Tina, we
motorcycle.
have
Yes.
something similar.
Yeah.
We have something similar. We have, and might take a second for Eric to pull up some of the pictures and chat. With this, we'll go through. Actually, before we start this, we'll go through the remainder of the donations,
Okay.
and then I want to
Yes.
see if we get any more. Because what we're gonna do, and get your answers ready, chat. Whether that's for a donation or in chat, I want to hear the name of a Pokemon that has really weird or disturbing lore. And then we're gonna pull it up based on the picture, and we're gonna guess what its lore is, and then we're gonna reveal it. Okay. So I'll go through the donations and then we'll do that. Because I think that'll be fun. So Mirf D, what's up, Mirf? I gives $2 and says controversial second win opinion. I want to have fun. Yeah, I mean that's rare here. You know, who's that Pokemon? That's Ludo.
Hold on.
That's
Okay,
Ludo,
for those who are
Eric.
listening,
That's
there's a
cute.
Who's That Pokemon on the screen,
Come here.
and it's Ludo, Jay's dog. Oh, that's cute.
Come here, puppy.
Ludo,
She's
you're on.
here in real life.
Ask her to perform. Tell her it doesn't matter what she wants. Get her on screen. The cuteness, the algorithm, the engagement, Jay.
Here she
Oh,
is.
Hello.
That was
Ludo.
you,
That-
puppy, up there.
No.
Oh.
Oh,
The tongue and the yawn. Oh, too tired to go up. Yeah, let's full screen that bitch. So for those of you who are listening, there's an extremely docile, adorable dog on screen with Jay.
Full
just
screen
hanging out.
that bitch. So
Full
he-
screen that
She
bitch.
is a bitch. She is a bitch.
Oh my
Cute.
god.
Oh, look. You're so
Oh,
cuddly.
She
Okay,
knows
you done?
what's
You
up.
want to go back down? Go back in your. I have
Yeah,
like
she's
a chair.
like, I don't know.
I have a chair next to my desk where she sits. It's here. Like you can probably see the side of it. Up.
Completely adorable.
And two,
Yeah.
she likes to sit next to me while I work. But also, there's like a slot behind it because it's next to the wall where there's like a little alcove where there's a gap between the wall and the chair, and she like army crawls into it and then finds a way to turn around and just lays down like a sausage. And that's what she was. Bless her heart.
Too cute.
But yeah, we do want to have fun, and that was Ludo. All right, and before we get into this guessing game, Cinco's the Hedgehog 2K gives $5 and says, I had high hopes for the franchise since the Detective Pikachu movie. Loved that movie. I still haven't seen that. To see them stagnate and have a we don't care attitude sucks. Yeah, hopefully that's changing. This game seems like a bright light for its future. I'm actually kind of impressed with this one. So hopefully that continues. Hopefully the new mainline game isn't ass. But we'll see. Hopefully they can do wonders with the hardware of the Switch 2. Oh, and Senko comes back again with $2 and says, be honest, Sonic would be better off as Pokemon. As in if the game's Sonic were Pokemon or if Sonic was in
It's a
Pokemon.
Huh.
I don't know which one you're referring to. But
be
if-
honest, Sonic would
yeah.
be better off as Pokemon. Yeah, I'm not sure. I want to hear more about that one. I know you don't like Sonic, Jay. So I wonder if this
yeah, I
is a
won't go into
playful
that.
joke
That'll just
about
waste too much
that.
time.
I won't go into that.
I won't touch
Jay,
that.
he's so fast. Are you jealous of how fast Sonic can go?
I am. That's it. My hatred for Sonic is jealousy, Mikey. You're completely right.
Jealousy at your own pace of speed. Your own
100%. I just wish. Okay,
Jay tried to
so-
run track when he was young, and after a
and fell
terrible
over.
experience,
Yeah.
fell over, and never mind. I feel
Yeah,
like
and then
I'm being too distracted.
my
Is this
track
true?
PE teacher was like, "Hey, you should play more Sonic. Then you might be better at running." And then
Yeah.
I was like, fucking.
And then
fuck that
Dr.
hedgehog."
Robotnik tried to recruit you, didn't he?
Yeah, he
I
did.
remember
He
you
didn't
told me
try. He
about it, yeah.
I'm
succeeded.
just freaking
Oh,
out over
you
this
fought with
chat
Dr.
we just
Robotnik?
got. So
yeah.
746 donated 5 euro and says for disturbing lore, Cubone, the Pokemon, canonically wears the skull of its own mother. Is that true?
Okay.
That's sick.
Yes, it is
I
true.
like that.
That was the
That's
first
not disturbing, that's
Pokemon
bad.
I was bringing up. And Sovereign, you just give the name, don't give the lore with it, because we got to guess. But that is the first one, yeah. So Cubone, canonically, is the skull it has on its head is its mother's skull.
Like his head got did she
Yeah, I wanna know
die in
more.
birth
The mother
and then he
died
just
and the
swore it?
baby stayed there. No, I think it's like killed in. It makes less sense when you think there are a bunch of Cubones and they all have this. But when you think of it as like its own individual character, its mother died, let's say in battle, or I can't remember the exact lore. And then as its body decomposed, the baby one stayed there, and then
grew into it.
crawled
Literally
in and
grew into
put
it.
and then grew into its skull, and now it has its mother's skull as like a
Aw,
helmet.
That's badass and sad. I like
Yeah.
it.
Weird.
What a way to honor your mother, right? What a way to have a constant reminder and to use her parenting, to use her motherhood like armor from the evils and hardships of the
That is
world.
so
That
weird.
let your mother's love protect you. I like it.
That is
Great.
a weird one.
So that was the first one. The next one, which I know Eric
How does
has
it smell?
has up. The next one. So first of all, do you know what Pokemon this is?
I'm looking. It looks like a warped Pikachu to me with the tail and the ears.
Okay, well that makes perfect sense.
Like a circus freak Pikachu or something.
Okay,
Circus
so
freak.
this
Tina,
this
please,
is
it's 2025.
this is
That's
Mimikyu.
Okay.
So
Is that a Meowth that got the shit kicked out of it? No. It's
no. So can you guess from how this looks what a Mimikyu is and what its lore is?
Okay, so Mimikyu. It poorly is like it's the Timu version of whatever you actually want in a Pokemon. It's the Chinese knockoff, and it's Pokemon's political response
Opposite?
to like people knocking off
Oh.
Pokemon poorly.
Okay. Okay.
That's what
I dig that as like a design reason to have it. Mikey, do you have any guesses of what this creature is?
Okay, my guess is this is a Pokemon that felt very inadequate and like it didn't get a lot of attention throughout its life because it's ugly, it's not good in battle. So it tried to imitate Pikachu, who gets all the fame and all the attention, and goes around trying to pretend to be Pikachu just to capture a little bit of that positive energy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're kind of close. So Mimikyu wears a ragged disguise of a Pikachu to try and make friends, but its true form is so terrifying that it causes anyone who sees it to die.
Fuck. So people die in the show because they see Mimikyu?
I don't think we see people die, but like the description says, anyone who sees it meets a swift end, which is a very polite way of saying die.
That's death. I mean, nobody swift
Yeah.
end is swift end just means death, but it's quick, right? Like it doesn't mean you go away for a while. Jesus Christ.
That's cool. Why don't
Yeah.
you just show it to every Poke Battle? Why wouldn't you do that?
That's a good point. Just defeat your enemies.
Right?
It's not very sporting, Tina, but you win, I guess.
Just be like,
It reminds me of the SCP, where if you see its face, it kills you. It
No,
tries to kill
I'm
you.
genuinely curious. Like, why wouldn't you just capture one and then just show its true form every time?
Because it's not very sporting, Tina. You'll kill all your opponents.
That- you
People
can't
don't
do
go
that
into
in a game,
basketball
though.
games. People don't go into basketball games with handguns, and they kill the other athletes.
Fair.
So
that-
the next one. Can you guys? I'm not sure if Eric's got it prepped, but can you guys guess what this is?
That looks like an abracadabra or whatever it was called.
No, it
Same-
has like a
you're in the-
ring on
you're
it
in the
though.
same realm.
It's like is it like a fox-like character with like a little Eevee type thing? And why does it have a weird thing on its elbow though?
Right. So this is
it's a cat that's a mechanic.
it's a mechanic cat. Okay, correct. No, it's Hypno.
Oh, I knew that.
Can,
Okay.
Oh, we should have known
No, you
this
didn't.
one. No, we should have known this
No,
one.
I
We
didn't know.
This isn't this a
I
part of the
look, Tina.
original
You can't
150?
guess incorrectly five times in a row,
But
and then
is
as soon as
isn't
it happens, you go.
isn't it
I
part
know
of the
that.
original 150? Yeah, it is.
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
We should have known. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
we
right.
should have known.
We should have known. Yes. He's
Can you guys
hypnotizing
guess
Misty.
the lore of Hypno? His name is very telling.
Is he like?
Yeah, I mean,
I-
but yeah.
He has a body count, right?
Jesus.
Well, they all
body
procreate,
count.
so I think they all have body counts.
No, I mean like he preys on
As in he's
women and
killed.
children.
Okay,
He's
so
a murderer, is what you're saying.
Tina's hit the nail on the head. The fire red description of Hypno is it carries a pendulum-like device. There once was an incident in which it took away a child it hypnotized.
Fuck.
So they use this hypnotic device to devour the dreams of the people that they hypnotize, and it's canonically fond of children to devour their dreams.
This sounds so much like a spirit. This sounds so much like a spiritual belief of like a ghost, of some kind of ghost. I wonder if it was inspired by any sort of Japanese spirit mythos. Yeah. I don't know what you would call it. Not religious.
You
but
could just
you know
make
what I'm
a
saying.
dark
Mythology.
Pokemon game based off of these weirdos that you just.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
I mean,
let the
okay, so
license-
we've got another one. So if Eric's got it ready, do you guys know what this is?
No, I'm lost on that. Looks a little
Yeah,
ghost-like,
this is a
but also
It
like
looks
newer one.
okay. It
hair-
looks like it could be a hate symbol.
kind of. You think so?
I think so. Like
Who's it
I mean,
hating?
it's.
some hate group is going to use this Pokemon as a hate symbol on a flag.
Wait,
it's just
are
a
you
vibe
are
I'm
you
getting.
saying it looks like it's reminding you of a specific hate symbol? You don't have to say what it is if you don't want to.
No, it
You're
just
saying
seems
it
like
looks
it
like
could
it
be.
could
It
be
has the
N.
potential, you know.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, those wavy
Okay.
lines imply a lot of hatred. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate
Okay.
order.
So
the order of straight lines. Go ahead.
if we go back to it, this character is Phantom.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. I like 'em.
Can you guys guess the lore of Phantom?
Phantom
I just encountered one of
was-
these in the game.
was a forest spirit, and he was flying through the woods, and he was harassing animals, and that's his thing. He's a little troll. And one day he was flying, and he got his head stuck in a tree trunk, and he went, "Oh shit! I should have never been so mean to everybody." And
He was
that's
a
the lesson.
pine
Don't be a
cone.
troll.
in his
Okay.
mom's tree. And then woodcutters just came and destroyed his entire family and generations of relatives to take over the land illegally. And he's just like a ghost of what once was a beautiful forest.
Okay. To give you the actual lore, Phantom is the spirit of a child who got lost and died in the forest. It uses its cries to lure adults deep into the woods so they can also get lost. It is a dead child ghost.
Vengeful little shit, bringing me into the woods. Like, just imagine trumpet. Because in this world, people know about Pokemon, or they know about the spirits. So there's adults out there that are like, "Ah, Christ, I got lured into the fucking woods again by that damn kid." They have to try to like find their way out.
Fucking
That
Phantom.
is dark as hell.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean-
Right. Next one. Unless you've got something to say about Phantom.
No, I just like this
Okay.
is
Oh.
take all these.
Who's this one?
characters
He's from the
I
original.
I know this one. Oh, he's purple. He's got a
purple.
big
Very
shit-eating
popular.
grin.
Very popular
What's his name?
Pokemon.
Could you give me a
Probably
hint,
one of the
Jay,
most
to the
popular.
name?
Do you want
We're
like the
close.
first letter?
First letter, please.
I see him.
G.
Ghastly?
No.
No, it's not
Oh,
ghastly.
Same category.
Ghostly. No. Gen.
I can't remember. Oh, Tina, he's making a face. Genghis.
Or you got the first
Gary.
three. Gen.
I don't want to sound racist.
What?
How could you sound racist?
What would be racist?
I'm just making noises. I don't.
Okay. I'll. You guys got really close. It's
Interesting.
Gengar.
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 Oh, there you go.
Gengar. I've definitely seen this guy. I forget where.
He's
Maybe
was
one of the
part of the
Super
original
Smash-
crew. Yeah.
Oh my God! Is he
That's
gonna
an
eat him?
interesting photo.
Gengar is a ghost. A ghost Pokemon, and has had quite a few entries that have been kind of terrifying. Eric shows me one here, which is the Pokemon Sun, which was developed by Tina, Pokemon Sunday.
Mhm.
Has a terrifying entry for Gengar, which is: should you feel attacked by a sudden chill, it is evidence of an approaching Gengar. There is no escaping it. Give up.
Jesus.
Was he? So he's just gonna fucking kill you? Like you?
Yeah, let
feel
me look up some
cold?
more.
That is wild.
Bless you.
Bless you. Mikey says bless you. Okay. Let me
And look at the photo behind Trey. I feel like you could make a horror game with these guys.
Yeah,
yeah.
easily. Yeah. They would have never let you, but you easily could. Here we got
Why
some
not?
Halloween Pokemon. Cute.
Oh, big spook. Big spook. Oh, there we go. These
I don't-
Gengars. Why am I finding it hard to find these entries, Google? I just want to see the.
I'm a little
entries.
confused. So the lore that you read means if it doesn't say what they do, it just says, "Oh, if you ever feel the chill, they're coming for you."
Well,
And
there's
that's
loads
it.
of different
That's as much as we
entries.
know.
So there's ones here like behavior. It hides in shadows often at night and absorbs the body heat of people. The chill it causes makes victims shake. It can sometimes be seen running past you in your own shadow. Rumors has its mouth leads directly to the afterlife. It sometimes tries to create a traveling companion by taking another human's life.
Fuck yeah,
like-
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we wanna
warning, if
capture
your
it, and we
shadows
wanna
begin to
fight
laugh,
with
you
it in
should grab a
tournaments.
protective charm.
That's just okay. So this is just like classic
Vengeful
ghost
ghost.
lore stories. Vengeful ghosts,
Bastard.
yeah. Spirits
bastard,
that
yeah.
have ghost. It's a ghost bastard story.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's
classic
wild.
ghost bastard. Yeah, they don't have. Okay, to steal the life of its target, it slips into the prey's shadow and silently waits for an opportunity. Hiding in
Fuck.
people's shadows at night, it absorbs their heat. The chill it causes makes the victims shake. He's just a bastard. He's just a bastard. And we can get a couple more. We've got one donation from Mikhail Hudson. It says, as a mega fan of it in particular, Shedinja has some creepy lore. I don't know the lore of that one. I wonder if Eric can pull that up so we can see it. And I'll look up the lore as we do.
Madinka? What's it called?
Shedinja.
Are people
Shedinja.
donating to tell us the Pokemon that have
Oh, my internet's just died.
creepiness?
Okay.
It looks like a bug with a halo.
Yeah, I like its
It does
wings.
look like a bug of a halo.
Its wings look like when you
I-
send paper through a paper shredder, and the strips come out.
Yeah.
You see that?
Okay. I see that. Oh,
Eric shared
okay.
in
So
the
Shedinja
chat.
is a bug. Oh, has Eric posted the lore?
So a part of it.
A discarded bug shell that came to life, peering into the crack of its back, is said to steal one's spirit. Okay, yeah, it's a bug ghost type Pokemon that appears as a hollow, discarded cicada shell with an opening on its back that is said to steal the spirit. It doesn't move or breathe and floats in midair, seemingly brought to life by a ghost. Its unique physiology includes the Wonder Guard ability, which makes it take no damage from most attacks, as well as the peculiar charismatic of having 1 HP. Oh yeah, this is the one that can only be damaged by a very specific set of abilities. I did a run of Emerald, which was like it was an archipelago run. I don't know if anyone in chat's done those. It's when you and multiplayer friends play a game at the same time, and then when you get items in your game, it sends items to their game. So when you catch a Pokemon, you don't get a Pokemon, you send one to your friend's team. When you pick up a berry, you don't get a berry, you send a random thing to them. So you all have to play with each other. I've explained it on the show before.
Yeah.
But one of the things is the Pokemons I got all didn't have a way of taking Shedinja down. So when you would get into a battle with him, you would just have to wait for him to kill everyone. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy.
The design you're describing, and even the design of the character itself, reminds me of like a Slay the Spire mini boss of some kind. Oh, it only has 1 health, but you have to play this many cards to expose it or something.
So weird.
Yeah, definitely.
There's so many characters. I feel like there's no way this game stagnates. You can do crazy things.
It could stagnate because it's just content, right? At the end of the day, it's just content and merch opportunities. But this is where you and I butt heads. You have, but the bar for me might be unrealistically high in some areas or something.
Like,
but I would argue just adding Pokemon isn't like innovation, right? It's not. It that could represent stagnation.
Not adding them, just like utilizing what they already have. Like, there's a Netflix TV show which I forgot to mention called Pokemon Concierge, which I've shown my kids, and it's trainers take their Pokemon to this beach resort to just chill. And the goal of the main characters in the show are to just make sure that the Pokemon are happy and find their like peak relaxation. And I could see that being like a cute, cozy game where it's just puzzles, and you're like, "Why is this?"
There are mechanics like that in the game.
Really?
Certain. So like whenever I play Pokemon, I always go for a team of Eevees. It's just like something I've done since I was a kid, and a lot of the Eevees will not evolve into certain forms unless you've met certain kind of happiness conditions. So in this modern one, what you do is you take them to the cafe and feed them macaroons, and if you do that for long enough, they'll transform into like an Espeon and a Sylveon and stuff like that. So it's like those happy mechanics and like feeding them correct foods has been a mechanic for a long time.
But it's always just sweets.
I don't think there's been a game that's just like focused on it.
So that's the passive physical
like,
development and happiness.
Yeah,
is
sandwiches.
Just eating a lot of sweets. Oh, sandwiches too. Okay, that's
Barg Fargus, which is an amazing name, in the chat says they should not make any more Mons. That's why you could do Poketwoos.
They've got enough Mons.
What's a Mon? I'm ignorant.
Like Pokemon.
Don't encourage a Barg. Should be Poketwoos. He's encouraging Tina, which is a
happy Pokemon.
Danger.
Wait,
do not encourage.
Cubic says, "Why is my Machop constipated?" Well, because Machop works out a lot, and he does like nothing but protein drinks and pre-workout. So Machop is going to be constipated for a while.
Oh my
I think that's a problem.
Yeah, imagine having to like pick up after your like. Imagine having to muck out the Pokeballs, like because those things must be full of shit and piss, right?
Oh, fucking disgusting.
Like you go, oh no, you get like your special brush, get it out.
Imagine what would actually happen. Because, okay, so Pokeballs, obviously they compress space and matter, right? They compress the Pokemon into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Pokemon is in there and he's shitting and he's pissing and he's sweating. So when you open it up, it should be an explosion of piss and shit and like, not just excrement, but also just like hair, right? And sweat. And the Pokemon should like launch out of it wet. Just caked.
That would be enough to kill someone, right? If you just
came up with
if you just go Pikachu, it's just a miasma of just like horrible
go
stuff.
Pikachu, and he rolls out.
The other horrifying aspect is if that isn't true, and when they're in there, because I'm sure someone's going to come in the chat and be like, "Well, actually, if the answer is that when they go into it, the Pokemon are put in like stasis, right? Does that mean they don't age and they can be in there indefinitely? Does that mean you could forget about a Pokeball for 100 years and open it, and the Pikachu's like, yeah, I can't wait to see my trainer. This is going to be great. Oh, they've been dead for 400 years, dude.
Oh,
We've got
shit.
flying cars and shit now. You're in a completely different environment. Oh, yeah, it's a bit weird. You're not going to do well in it. Get back in the ball. Another 1,000
That's
years goes
fucked.
by.
Now I'm thinking about the scene in Aliens when Ripley comes out of stasis and they're like, "Here's your daughter. She's older than you," or I forget the scene exactly.
Oh,
my
Eric
God.
just said, yeah, the PC storage, you can digitally transfer Pokemon via the internet in the universe. Like you can beam Pokemon like
Wow.
on PCs. That's mental. You
Not
wouldn't
about
download a Raichu.
Wait. Can we talk about the story a little bit? Did you find it funny that the experience that you have, like just how incredibly passive the protagonist is in Z to A? I found that funny.
Yeah.
You basically arrive in town. I don't even know why you're in not Paris. You join a gang. Like you get someone comes up to you like, "Hey man, you want this Pokemon? Oh, you should come hang out with us and our friends. Here, take this colored jacket. Oh, you look great." That whole experience. felt
Fight in
so
our gang, yeah.
manipulative. Yeah, fight in our
Well,
gang.
also like the entire city at night turns into a battle royale. Like it's crazy.
It's okay. It's
The
only in the
concept of
wild
it is
zones.
nuts. Yeah. Oh yeah. Only for a Imagine if you went to like, oh, I'm going to Milwaukee in a few days. Imagine if I got there and they were like, don't go out at night. Don't go to like this block. Why? Oh, because you'll just get stabbed, and they can legally do that. It's the stabbing corner. And I'm like, what?
The stabbing corner. How British.
Yeah. And you can collect more knives. Yeah, and they'll take your knives and they'll have the best knives, and it's all ranked on a Z to A system. And don't run into the A tier stabber because he'll get you. I'm like, okay, I'll avoid him. It's a crazy concept, but the mechanics are great.
And I think in the story they seem to imply that like the wild zones are a good progressive thing, right? Because they're like, oh, now Pokemon can live with us in the city as long as they stay in their section of the city, which is interesting.
Yeah, there's like
optics,
Pokemon
right?
segregation. Yeah,
Yeah, there's
It's-
Pokemon segregation. Maybe what if Z to A was like some sort of satire against, I don't know, like racist France redistricting. What if the wild zones were like the Banlieues, right? And it's a story about how do you deal with an increase in immigration population? What if there was some deep political commentary to the Pokemon?
I think the mistake there is thinking that the Pokemon narrative team have ever tried to say anything ever. And they might just be making video games.
We're gonna hurt some narrative person's feelings.
They know
it's
what they're
really-
doing. It's kids' games. They're not trying to like revolutionize the world
Sure.
and say something crazy.
Let's have one on. Let's have one on and see what
Make them
the fuck did
rethink.
you
Like,
just
should
put
I
on the screen?
recycle? Recycling
This is
is
the-
important.
Official
Okay,
Pokemon
Eric,
manga.
hold
People
on.
getting crucified.
Eric just put a picture on screen. Let's explain it for people who are listening. Eric put a
I
picture on the
take back
screen
everything I've said.
The hell
of
is
the
that?
official Pokemon manga. They all
Oh,
appear
wait,
to be being
Mike,
crucified.
can you describe? Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask you. To
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Like, there's a picture of a bunch of people in fabulous, cool outfits. Some Pokemon masters, presumably, and it's labeled official Pokemon manga, and they're all up on crosses. They're not nailed to the crosses; they're tied to the crosses, which is so much more humane,
Yes.
I suppose. But they're tied by their
Yeah,
ankles and their
I'm glad.
wrists, and they look like they're in pain. What is this?
Who put them there?
What is going on?
Is it
The
more
oppressive
disturbing
French government.
if humans
That-
put them there?
Uh,
If the humans put them there or Pokemon put them there? What's more disturbing?
if the Pokemon put them there, then the revolution's happening, right? So it's not really disturbing. It's just like a long time coming. If humans put them there,
Yeah,
I guess it's
yeah.
just some sort of oppressive government. Both are disturbing. Both are bad news, right? Things
They're both
aren't-
disturbing.
things
I
aren't
don't want to
going
read
well.
that stuff. So
That's
to wrap things up, because we've come to the 2-hour mark. What on Stagnation? What are both of your opinions? Like, where do you think the Pokemon series is, and where would you like to see it go?
I mean, my short answer is it doesn't have to stagnate. They can do so much with this universe, as you guys really helped with creating weird games. There's just so much you could do with it. And I mean, I like that they changed up the way you fight in the new one. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But in terms of, I don't know, man. What this is gonna. Do you ever like look at something and think, this is gonna live on well after I'm dead?
Yeah.
all the
Because
time.
Pokemon will.
Yeah.
Pokemon and
Yeah.
Disney are gonna outlive us all.
It's usually like statues that I look at or like grand buildings, but you're also right. Pokemon and Disney
Yeah,
are
franchises,
gonna be around
brands.
for a long time. Yeah.
We live in a world now where entertainment, media, and culture can persist and circulates, and it's powerful stuff. There's franchises that have grown for decades.
I'd be
right? I
happy
think Disney's a
just
good one. Yeah, it's
spending a
good
whole
example.
podcast just brainstorming Pokemon's like themed games, right? Like let's steal the Hunger Games and throw Pokemon in it from every fucking district, and we're like,
That's
fight to the death.
that's this game, Tina. There
Okay,
is a battle royale. That is this game. They've done it.
sweet. You know what I mean?
It's
I want
real
to play
time
the
Hunger Games.
I want to play the counter narcotic illicit Pokeball trade
Do
game.
you like that one?
Yeah.
That's fun, but of course that appeals to my paramilitary and military gaming interests as a
Uh-huh.
developer
Dude,
and as a gamer.
If
So,
if your country went to war, you're using Pokemon on the front lines, right? Like let's make that game.
You
Yeah.
want like a Pokemon RTS where you call in Pokemon to do like war crimes?
Sure.
why does that have to be war crimes? Why? Maybe they
Sir,
humanely fight.
we're starting to lose. Call in the Rayquaza, and they just like Rayquaza comes in and just like absolutely obliterates the front line. It's
So now
like it's like
now-
napalm.
I'm imagining like a tribunal, like a military tribunal, where they say, "So is it true that you ordered the Snorlax to drop on those 40 wounded soldiers after the battle had already concluded?" And some guy is like sweating in his chair, some officer.
Yes, I
Uh,
did. Yes, I did. And
and
I'd do it
Yeah.
again.
Oh God.
This is crazy.
I think
That's what Tina wants.
I don't know if you guys are. This is a bit of a deep one. Did you guys ever play Sacrifice? It was a game. It came out. I want to say the year 2000. It was an old one.
No.
Eric, if you have any footage put up, it's called Sacrifice. It had Tim Curry in it. There we go. Sacrifice. Yeah, this was a
Sold.
third person. Actually, he's great in it. He's the god of the air. That's Tim Curry.
Ooh.
And
like
it
shiny
was basically a
entertainment
In the video game.
yeah, Shiny made some good shit. I gotta look it up. Forget the other ones. But basically, they so it's a
Messiah.
third person action game, but you can do RTS stuff. So you, as the leader of the band of mystical creatures, are running around in a third person camera, and you're selecting guys. You're saying go attack there, go attack there. You're building guys. You're capturing mana and bases and doing objectives and shit. I would like to see Pokemon do something like this, but in that kind of war context, where like you have all the Pokemon, they're like RTS units, but you have to keep the Pokemon Master fantasy of being on the ground with them. Now that we've moved into the real time space with this game, I guess it's the first real time one, technically speaking, right? And we already moved into the 3D space 1 or 2 games ago. Maybe we'll have something like this where it's like more
Oh my
warlike
God.
and more strategic rather than
It's
tactical.
coming.
Just what it is now.
Pokemon Wars or like
Pokemon Wars.
World War One.
Pokemon World War One, fucking oh god, fucking Blastoise on the fucking Vickers gun shooting
Yeah.
out across the trench, but also while he's
Yeah.
shooting the Vickers or whatever, both of his water jets are shooting as well, and he's cooling the machine gun with his water so he can keep firing. Oh, Jesus
I hate
Christ.
it. I hate thinking
hate
of
it
seeing a
already.
Blastoise with a little like helmet on. Like he's got his green helmet and he's
I
just
love
like
it.
vomiting on the minigun to cool it down. That is nightmare fuel.
I love it.
Yeah, he'll shoot it out of his. It's super cool if it comes out of the jets. He'll only vomit on it if he's disgusted.
Tell
about
Game
the
Freaks to
horrors.
call us if they need game ideas.
Yeah.
I've already kind of given my thoughts, but Eric has just asked before we wrap it up. He's got a bit of trivia that they can share.
Okay,
Go for it,
Yeah.
Eric. What trivia are you sharing?
do it, Eric.
What Sega console had Pokemon games?
What Sega console had Pokemon games?
Oh, I don't know, man. I'm gonna guess. Okay,
Dreamcast?
so I think.
Oh,
I think no. Wait.
Sega handheld
Game
Game
Gear?
Gear.
I'm gonna guess,
That's my guess.
Sega Saturn because I think it's a weird answer, and that's the weirdest answer I can think of. Which one, Eric?
The Sega Pico.
The
What?
fuck is
It was
that?
an educational console
Oh.
for kids. And it had a
No shit,
Pikachu
look at-
exclusive design.
Oh, no shit. That
What?
looks like a fucking thing for kids. Look at how colorful it is.
That's what happens. That go back to the previous image. That's what happens to a Pikachu if you drop a Snorlax on it in war.
Mm.
They
Oh,
look like
fuck,
that.
Jay.
They
It's a
flatten
lot
out.
bloodier than that. I think.
The blood's on the underside.
Oh my
Those aren't
God.
games. That's what Pikachu bleeds.
You could do like a
What was-
Stranger Things knockoff with all those creepy Pokemon characters.
Yeah, like a ghost story one, like a Luigi's
Yeah.
Mansion style, like ghost.
Like a
Ghost
mutant
Adventure one?
kid is like 11 and she's just fucking no.
What were
Your
we
horror
talking
aspect
about?
is there's a mutant kid and she's 11. Oh, as in, sorry, you mean the 11, the character? Not, I thought you just
Stranger
meant the age
Things.
11.
Stranger
The spooky thing is that the child is 11 years old, and I'm like, oh, children.
That would be creepy too.
Yeah.
I think in the Babadook, the boy was scarier than the Babadook itself.
Yeah, no, the concept of caring for a child like that was horrifying. Bless both of them. Babadook, good movie.
Babadook
like
could have
Babadook.
been a Pokemon character.
The Babadook, just he's just the concept of grief, right? Like,
Yeah, but the way he looks, look it up. Bring him up.
I know what the Babadook looks like. I see him when I
I
go to
don't
bed
know.
every
What it is.
night.
I'm actually lost. What's Babadook?
It's a horror movie.
Okay.
It's fun.
It messed me
but
up
like
for 2 weeks.
as I'm sure, Baby Dookie, Miss Harmony, you've put the nail in the coffin of this stream. I'm signing off
Baby
because of that
Dookie.
Baby Dookie message.
All
I'm gonna
right,
make sure we haven't got any more subs or
Any more
donations.
donations? Any final
Oh
donations?
yeah, we do. Yelnetish, $5 and says, "Is Pokemon stagnating? Turns around and finds 5-year expired cottage cheese in the fridge. Is this cottage cheese going off?" Hey, when we proposed this title, I completely agreed. I really like what they're doing with this new one. I'm happy for it. I'm big and large all for Eric.
Yeah.
Eric has
Jay-
pulled up
Jay-
a horrific picture of cottage cheese.
Oh, Eric.
Ew.
Okay. Don't look at the screen, anybody. For those of you who are listening, good. There's
Yeah.
a disgusting
More listeners.
cottage cheese picture. Oh God, I'm sick just looking at that. That's funny though. I like
Hey, we
that
got
Eric's
another
pushing the
donor.
envelope on what's okay to share. Go ahead.
Yeah. Mikhail Hudson, $2 Canadian, and says, Jamaica, your war game is Pokemon Conquest. Is that like an actual game?
I think he's. Oh, it is a game. Look at that. Eric, you pulled it up immediately.
It was
Oh,
on the
damn.
Play
DS.
Pokemon in a new way. It's on the DS. The Eevee's going to show us what it's made
Dude,
of.
they've done everything.
6 on
It-
6.
It is. It is a
Oh.
war game.
Interesting. This
I
is like
found-
turn-based tactics, right? This is like
Alright, I
Final
want
Fantasy Tactics or some
Pokemon
shit.
Conquest 2. That's what I want.
Okay. Interesting.
Right. Thank you very much for letting us know.
I'm still on the Pokemon War, like a game about the war of Pokemon. Tina brought this up before, and my imagined thing was like, imagine you're scrolling on fucking Twitter or whatever, and you see helmet cam footage of a coughing up in the sky, spitting out like gaseous clouds, and soldiers are coughing underneath it, dropping their rifles, and then an FPV drone like flies into it and explodes or something. That'd be some. The idea, this has been covered in fantasy and sci-fi before. Like, what if mystical creatures existed and we used them to fight our wars? And it's
So wild.
it's an interesting concept
and
to me. It's like
House of
machine
the
and
Dragon, it's
supernatural.
used beautifully. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen or read that, but the way they use dragons as weapons of war and how they impact the strategy
Yeah.
of the rest of the Seven Kingdoms and stuff is really fascinating. And jokes aside, that would be really interesting to see how these mystical creatures were used as weapons of war in different ways. Or like espionage with certain Pokemon. It just like there's lots of really cool things you can do. I'm glad Detective Pikachu had kind of pulled Pokemon into the real world and seen how they would act and stuff like that. I think it's very interesting. But yeah.
The espionage potential of being a Ditto in that world, probably a pretty high risk, awful job to have, right?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Still got to be intelligent.
Also, the reveal into the game that one of the characters that's been with you the entire time has been a Ditto, and they're working for the enemy. Like,
That's cool.
hey, I'm
a
Pokemon
twist.
War. I'm here. I'm here.
God, war. It's fucked up.
Right. I'm pulling the
trying
plug.
to Pikachu trying to reintegrate into society after post-war. Okay.
Oh, with the shell-shocked eyes.
Dead eyes trying to just like the end of fucking the Hurt Locker. He's just
Yeah.
buying cereal, looking at all the options on the shelf, trying to get over his addiction to battling.
Oh my god.
Oh
I'm
my
doing it.
God.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Hey,
Fire
everyone who
away.
watched.
That was fun.
No, I've got a spiel. Tina, Mikey, and Eric, podcast producers in the back. Thank you so much for joining. It's been really fun discussing the stagnation or the timeless nature of Pokemon with you guys. Thank you to everyone in chat, everyone who's donated. Just a reminder that all of your wonderful donations go directly to supporting shows like this, and all of the support over on Patreon. I'm going to be having a Patreon exclusive video coming out. Well, it's going to be in today. I don't know if it will be out today, but my opinions on Claire Obscure. So you guys can go get some hot, fresh, out the kitchen Claire Obscure J opinions over there. And other than that, yeah, we got content. A lot of us are going to be in Milwaukee doing Milwaukee things. So the content is going to be a little bit lighter over the next few weeks, but the stuff that you do see, you will get to see a load of in-person stuff and a bunch of Patreon exclusive stuff coming from that. So I look forward to seeing you all on that. And from all of us here at Second Wind, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.